All right, kids, there's that familiar opening. Playing around with the microphone here. Welcome aboard, everybody. Who's the first one in? Tony, two from the trunk. Of course, the pride of Pennsylvania, Keystone State, like to say. And it's good to have Tony on board. How are things going, man? How are things in your world, Mister Perla? Boy, oh boy, proud Italian kid. Him and the queen. Him and the queen. His lovely wife. He knows where he sits. I know where I sit. I got a producer right next to me. She's the boss of our outfit. Somehow you'll find your way home. You ask me how to begin. Are you so lost in your sin? Yes, you are. That's why you need Jesus. Anyway, it's great to see everybody. Things are really good. Things are going very good. PK Renee, PK Renee, what's the PK for, Renee? What's that PK for? Preacher's kid, Renee? Are you a preacher's kid? My world could not be any better. Well, it's a perfect place to be, man. When everything's going good, we're very fragile entities, us humans. No one lasts forever. None of us last forever, and so you enjoy every day. And if you're a person of faith, then you thank God for every day. This is a day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, kind of thing. And that's what I do. I'm thankful for every day that I'm with Sue because my beautiful Sue battled cancer, and I know a number of our beloved members in the vinyl community are actually battling cancer right now. Anthony, our beloved Anthony, over at Audiophilia in Victoria, beautiful Victoria, British Columbia, is fighting that horrible thing. Dr. Rick is fighting it, and various other health things. We had doctor. Well, maybe he should be a doctor, but it's Scotty, DJ Vinyl Vertigo. We love Scotty, and Scott had a series of strokes. I don't, I don't know what there's a word for it medically, right? But so we want his health to be there and all that. So this is one of the realities with our aging vinyl community population. We want you all healthy, because I'm so fundamentally aware. There comes a time. There comes a time where Sue and I will no longer have the grace of being in one another's earthly presence. And again, there we go. There's that faith variable that we're together, in the hereafter and all the rest of it. Ramoga, welcome aboard. Good to see you, Ramoga. Nice to have you here. Good morning, Rachel and Sue. Chat. It's a beautiful day. Raven Robin. I like that name. That's pretty cool. So anyway, Paul McCartney's got a new album out. I know Joe Mayo did a review on it. I haven't seen Joe's review. I know Mazzy's been flittering about in Maslowian fashion. I love Mazzy, man. I'm a big fan of that guy. And he's my genetic cousin. He actually shares DNA with my mom and my sister. We discovered this actually. It's amazing how time flies. A few years ago now. There we go. Let's just do that. Anyway, really enjoying, and I'm enjoying this program. I'm enjoying doing the once a week. It can be hard to get into the chair and do the show. It is a performance. What I do, it is a bit of a performance. Ebony and Ivory, the new single is good. Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony. Yeah, I called this one Beatle Ed, the John Lennon Imagine documentary. They're sitting at John's place, having some breakfast. George Harrison's visiting. I have Beatle Ed's #1 in Sweden. Beatle Ed, how's he making out? This good-looking kid. I love you, Anthony. Good morning, Rachel and Sue. Nice to see you. It was nice to see you back broadcasting. Sue and I tuned in for a little bit to give you some support, Anthony. And we love you, and we're so happy to see you back in action. and doing what you do very well, and that is talk about classical music with your panel and your great show. And that occurs on Wednesdays. I'm not coming on again today until you find my goddamn father. Maybe. We're working on it, Mazzy. I love you. It was so funny, Maz. I saw the thing with Rob. Like I didn't know what Rob was up to, and then I saw your AI with the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs kind of thing. There you were, and the little birds were chirping about you cheerfully and happily. And then Rob did Highway to Hell or something. He put himself in hell with the AI coffee. And then you did a good one for the what's Paul's new, the Boys of Dungeness Street, something of this order, reflecting on the early days of Beatles, John and George and everything, because you get older and then you get a little nostalgic. And I like that aspect about Paul McCartney. I respect that because I'm older and I often look back. I look in the past and I do a lot of, I've been on eBay. I do a lot of stuff on eBay, and a lot of it is buying little things from the past. And so it's kind of an enjoyable thing, nostalgic. There's a comfort in it and a reminder that it all happened. Because the longer you are on this dust ball called planet Earth, the longer the view in the mirror gets as you look back. But since that good-looking cousin of mine is here, Mazzy, maybe we'll get him up, talk about Paul McCartney. I know Mazzy has promised he's going to do a video. He bought the album. He's been listening to it. I hope he bought it. Mazzy doesn't have to buy any music-related stuff these days, it seems. He's been around long enough. His channel is big enough. We had some good natured fun last week teasing him. Okay, speaking of hell, here he is, the boy himself. What do they call that thing? The Hellboy. Hellboy could be a possible rebrand. We'll ask him about it. Hey, Rob, what's this? Whoa, look at us.
Yeah, change
we're,
this,
we're all compressed. Rob, obviously, election day. You're not involved, but your heart's got to be with Karen Bass. Communist, fantastic, official. Rob, yeah, go.
If you're going to talk,
listen to what Rob says.
If you're going to talk politics,
yeah, go ahead.
Then I will not stay.
What? What are you talking about? When did this start?
No. Well, it started like.
Hold on. Are you mad because the Washington fountain got cleaned up? Are you because of your DC roots?
And they drove cars across it and cracked it up.
All right. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Here's one for you to juggle.
Okay, go ahead, Rob.
Now,
yeah,
the Trump administration is responsible for over 28% of our national debt.
What?
28%.
28%.
28%.
How do you do that? So, what did he buy? Hamburgers?
Probably his excellent, Rachel. Probably his excellent managing style.
All right, Rob.
Okay. So,
all right, Rob, you sure put me in my place. Hey, look, Rob, nostalgia. Did you ever have one of these things as a little Rob kidlet? This is a Falco Wolf.
I think I got those as party favors at kids' birthday parties.
Yeah, they're gliders. And they're so nostalgic. They're all made in China. But the only thing different about the packaging is they got the little, the mark of the beast, Rob. Do we do religion on here? Rob, you're Orthodox. Well, how come? Is it because of you can't have that? No, there's a word for them. They are, I believe it's canoodle and the curly things. Those look great.
Rachel, your disrespect for various religions is awesome.
It's beyond the pale.
But remember that fucking knucklehead, Brian something, what's his face?
Brian? Okay, that is our good friend Brian McFadden, a legend here on the show.
Someone sent me a screenshot because I promise you, I do not go watch these streams, but people feel the need.
Where was he?
To involve me.
What stream was he involved with?
I'm not going to say.
Was it Jason Rojas? Because his show is like gangbusters.
It's maybe as much nonsense as he puts out.
Wow.
I don't think he deals with nonsense like this.
Right.
So he went there where anyone would listen to him complain about me.
Okay.
He said, I can't claim I'm Jewish because I'm not religious.
What?
I can't claim it, Rachel. I'm not by his definition, I can't be upset by anti-Semitism directed towards me because I'm not religious.
You are a beautiful, when I think,
Well, Rachel,
yes,
you
Rob,
do believe in the cultural
I see you
identification
as an
of me.
Orthodox Jew, quite frankly.
Well, Rachel, I would throw a shoe at you or spit on you, whatever
I
they
would
do.
love that. That would be an
But
honor.
no,
Okay.
look.
Okay. Oh, Rob. Oh,
Rachel,
no.
yeah.
Oh, it
It's
started.
Arnie Zanzibar.
Arnie
And Arnie
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, you're
First
not alone. Hold on,
responder.
Rachel, you will agree with what I'm about to say.
Okay, let's see how we do.
Don't disrespect the living, Arnie Zanzibar. Stick to dead people as your troll name.
Holy smokes. Arnie Zanzibar. What is it, Rob? Where there is a small but dedicated Leslie Gore fan base. When you dissed Leslie Gore, perhaps
Yeah,
unintentionally,
Rachel,
that's where the problems
I
began.
don't know this firsthand.
Yeah.
But I think that group is somewhere in West Hollywood.
Holy smokes. Oh, we went from Dungeon Lane to politics in 60 seconds. Listen, we had our political moment.
Hey,
Rob
wait,
put
no,
me in my place.
I'm not here to talk politics.
Rob is here to make a better America.
I'm here to challenge all the fucking idiots. Just
all right.
Regular topics.
Just come on, regular topics, you retards.
Rachel, so yesterday at Record Safari.
Okay. Oh, I heard there was a problem at Record Safari. Did you hear about this?
Oh, yeah, no, there's two things, but I don't think the problem. But the number one thing was they put out Saturdays when they drop their big records for the week.
Yes, they do.
So they put out this.
Dungeness. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I saw this. They published this on their Instagram.
Right. So that, from what I understand, is the harder to find.
It's stereo.
It's stereo.
It's a stereo.
Do you see the amount of money they had for it there?
What do they want? What's the sticker?
Take a guess.
I'm going to go 3,500. 3,500.
1,500.
Oh, half price. Get it.
That's way below what it goes for.
It's way below. That's why I'm saying, because I've seen even on eBay.
Hey, look, Rachel.
Okay, what's happening, Rob?
Arnie Zanzibar.
Arnie Zanzibar. Hey, Wax. Will you do what's right and donate all proceeds of your lavish auctions to support starving children in Palestine? What's with Palestine?
Hey, Arnie, why don't you take all your extra money and support all the, what are they, the village people? What do they call the guys who like wearing leather?
They are leather boys.
Yeah, why don't you take all your extra money and support the leather boys?
Do you know, Arnie, and you are a first responder. But anyway, okay, here's the thing. I wish I could find Arnie Score, president of Rhino Home Video. He was a client in the 90s. Not only
of who? Arnie and the Leather Boys?
Arnie and the Leather. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of politics, which we will never discuss on this program.
I'm not here for it.
Karen Bass is a legend, and this man here knows.
I'm actually here because I'm Rob's parole officer.
All right. Okay, what's going on? Massey, you did a beautiful, I saw the AI and I thought this was masterful. This is such a proper use of artificial intelligence. You put yourself in the role of a beautiful Snow White princess. The birds are singing, little bluebirds and all the flowers and the whatnots. Yeah, like this. And then Rob, I saw Rob's rejoinder to it, and I went,
I'm in heaven, Rob's in hell,
it's
like
hurtful,
usual.
It's disrespectful.
I'm in. Look at that.
That's what Rob did. Look, if you look closely, Rob is in the depths of Nazi hell.
My favorite is the sign says "Good day for damnation."
Good day. There you go, Arnie.
Rachel, I got so much help. One guy, you saw that Instagram, he basically says, I'm never watching anymore. I'm not doing anything. I thought you supported artists. I mean, I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
I worked with artists for 40 years. I do one AI thing and the guy freaks out. To me, I looked at it as an animation because I'm not AI. I'm the real photographer.
You're as real as they come.
And it's kind of like Song of the South or Roger Rabbit, where you bring these little critters around. It's. I mean, lighten up.
Hey,
God.
Rachel,
Lighten up is the right answer on that.
Can I bring you into my world?
Okay, well, if it's not too demonic, Rob, it's quite frightening what I saw there.
Now, in Mazzy's world,
Yes.
I think there are 3 golden topics.
Duh.
No. The number 1 golden topic, I think, Mazzy, forget his politics.
Golden topic. Let's get away from politics.
Forget him growing up in
San Francisco, he loves his beloved
the hill that Mazzy will die on.
Yeah.
Is this one.
Hold on, let's take a look. This is the mountain Mazzy will die on. And we're talking, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're talking turtle soup.
Produced by Ray
Davies.
The hill Mazzy will die on is correcting everyone that
correcting us all on our spelling or pronunciation.
Rachel, so here's, like, I posted that, and Mazzy, his first response was
zippity doo dah.
So I made this, Rachel. Make me.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is why
this is not AI.
This is the real deal.
No, I actually made this.
All right. I have Ann B. Davis. There you go, Ann B. Davis, who was, of course, the beloved maid Alice on the Brady Bunch.
I added the spray.
That was a good shot of Maz, by the way. It's pronounced Davis, Ann B.
That is the hill out of all the shit that comes out of his mouth.
Wow. Well, you know what? The thing about okay, let's talk about this. Ann B. Davis or Davies, it's up to you, your pronunciation fan base. What range that woman had. When Jan got hit, was it Jan or was it Marsha?
What are you talking about?
Marsha, Ann B. Davis, incredible actress, Massey.
Oh,
She played Alice, the beloved maid on the Brady Bunch for every episode.
Jim.
Her and Sam the Butcher, her love scenes with Sam are still talked about.
Isn't she lesbian? Isn't she?
She was not a lesbian. You're confusing her. You're confusing her with the secretary, Hathaway.
I heard she wasn't.
Mr. Drysdale.
Jane Hathaway was
either. I think
she was a lesbian.
I don't think she was.
She was, and she ran for.
She was proudly.
Have you seen this?
I don't want to get in politics, but she was very active politically, and her relationship was fragmented over with Jed Clampett because he was more conservative.
Have you seen this?
Well,
all right.
Some people say
let's
this.
Take a look.
Some people say this is like AI'd.
Oh,
I want to believe.
Okay, this is range.
So this
is range. 1964. Bob Goulet made the big debut on the stage,
and it's held over. Wow.
But they went and did, they went and did what's called.
You'll like this. Your selection of mutton.
Choice of mutton.
I love that. Is that a real? I believe that might be real.
I want it to be real.
I so desperately.
Okay,
dinner theater, Mouse. You've walked the floorboards. Have you ever, in your experience, gone to what's called dinner theater to see, like, I don't know, something like Rumblefish? Well, obviously, you respect the film, but maybe like the dinner theater adaptation of Rumblefish.
Not of Rumblefish, although Rumblefish is one of my favorite.
Please, could we have some salt at table 7?
Rumblefish is one of my favorite. The only dinner theater I think I've seen is in Seattle and San Francisco. I'm not sure if it was in LA, but it ran for like 20 years. It's closed down. What is it called? Tintin Zinna. What, you know that thing? It's called. What is it called? Someone
take your time with this, Massey.
It's basically this circus type set of tents that are set up there in San Francisco. They were in the Embarcadero.
Yes.
And in Seattle, it was here, I think, in Miramar Field.
Circus Maximus.
It wasn't like that, but they had, you'd serve dinner. They have, actors serving you. And they'd have a show. It'd be like everything from magicians. It'd be like a little bit.
Mazzy's losing it.
Mazzy
went to medieval times, got a little drunk, and this is how he's remembering it.
It was a little like Cirque du Soleil, but with theater. And in fact, they'd have a main singer who's like the host or hostess each time.
Pietro Cinzani.
That's it. Teatro Zinzanni. Thank you.
Teatro.
Thank you. Yeah, it was here for years, but it was in San Francisco for like 25, 30 years also. And I remember for like a 6-week run, they had Joan Baez who did it, and they've had sort of semi-celebrities and singers that would be involved in it. And it was really good. It was fun.
Massey, were you allowed to play with little airplane gliders as a kid?
Yeah, but I was more in the cars, not the airplanes.
You were ground based.
Yeah, but those airplane things were like party favors.
Norway, Ivan, Norway is good. Canada is not performing in any level. Okay. Canada is just absolutely not performing. I'm the only thing performing well for Canada right now. And I'm all in for the U.S. But anyway, Norway leading Canada in what's known as ice hockey.
Get my coffee. So
yeah, you can. Massey's going for coffee, Rob. He's got to go and get his coffee.
Congratulations.
Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our best, one of our brightest, little Annie Orphan. A lot of people go Orphan Annie. It's incorrect. The proper terminology is Annie Orphan. This is 2014. This is going back to probably when the little darling was born. Dinner theater at the orphanage usually involves washing a couple of kids, have a knockdown drag out over the last bag of what's called frozen peas. Frozen peas. Things are hard for orphans.
Well, hold on.
A lot of people think, oh, it's just great being an orphan.
Can I tell you the flaw in that post or comment?
With this Annie Orphan, the other thing?
I mean, if the orphanage was truly a destitute place,
truly destitute,
they wouldn't have a freezer to freeze the peas.
You wouldn't have a freezer. You'd have what's known as an ice box. And an iceman would come by with a block of ice and the tongs.
You would have to lug a giant cube of ice.
And the children would be made to lug the ice.
All up 80 flights of stairs.
Yeah. Holy so unless Captain Spaulding's dogs were around, in which case the ice could have pee in it, which would be hurtful for orphans. Rob, were you ever in danger? Because I know you've had a very troubled upbringing. We've talked about this before on the program. Were you ever in danger of actually becoming what's known as an orphan?
Unfortunately not, Rachel.
Okay. You never came close to it.
I was destined to suffer through having parents.
It was horrible. And we've talked about this many times. Of course, you had a very difficult time with your rearing because of the ties you'd get at Christmas. The other kids are getting G.I. Joes and cars, like Massey was talking about, exciting toys. But you'd be getting socks and frequently a tie collection, something of this order. It was horrible.
It was horrible.
And did you have stockings at all? Were you allowed to hang the stocking by the chimney with care?
Even though we celebrated both, but no stockings.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is sad. That is freaking beyond belief. So there you go, Annie Orphan, person. Hey, Finland won Canada last night. That's so true.
Is this legit or under 18 type of?
No, this is a big show. The World Championship.
Are they allowing pros to play?
The professionals are in there, but Canada did not send our very top tier pros. Like Connor McDavid, for example, wasn't there. Yeah, and we all know Edmonton's nowhere near the Stanley Cup.
Connor McDavid's very prone to injury, isn't he?
I don't know, but he wasn't there. He could be. He's so good, you can see why he might be. Anyway, Massey, what your baseball is, you're the good old America's pastime. If there's going to be a sport, baseball's got to be your sport.
Yeah, and I'm a typical fair weather Giants fan. When they're winning, I jump on board. I haven't followed a lot lately. Obviously, I wear this because it's in my DNA. When I was a kid, I used to go to Candlestick Park all the time. And
is Candlestick Park still a thing? Does it still exist? Did they tear it down?
Actually, going back to McCartney, he closed it out. He was the last show there because he went there because of the last Beatles, and they tore it down.
I believe.
What is it called? The park in San Francisco, AT&T Park, is great.
Yeah, in fact, Rachel, when they had in the 90s, when Major League Baseball, all the parks were building new parks that were retro, like Camden Yards in Baltimore was like the first.
Yeah, Camden.
I think the San Francisco park was like within the few of the next that they retroed.
the San Francisco is one of the most beautiful parks because it looks right over the bay, right over, you know. And what's nice about it, I mean, there was some controversy with the Major League Baseball because for like something like 20 years, there were votes trying to build it, you know, downtown, and it was voted against it and all this stuff. And citizens didn't want to put money up. And finally, the Giants was the first time, I believe, and Rob will correct me because he always does, that it was a solely private funded thing, and the team got.
I don't know about that.
And it pissed off others because other cities other teams want the cities to kick in money, the government to kick in money, and the San Francisco Giants Stadium was built all on private funds. Yes, there were concessions, tax, and roadways and things, you know, improvements. But the building itself was built solely, and it's been very successful, and it's downtown. And the problem with Candlestick is you go to Candlestick, aside from the wind, and it's kind of windy at night and cold, after a game, there's nothing there. You have to get in your car and leave. So you're not going to go to a bar in San Francisco if you live in San Jose or Oakland. But now you can take the train, you can take BART, you can take a ferry. You can walk around to bars.
They have built the infrastructure around the grand old.
Well, the infrastructure was
there.
The city was there. The train station was there, and the streetcar line and the freeway ended there. So it's a great place to walk around. You go before you have dinner. If people come in to go shopping during the day, it's the best thing. It's beautiful. Yeah.
I love the colors in baseball. Like and my favorite uniforms, I'm going to have to say, are ones like who wears red and white? Like Cincinnati, right? They're red and white. The Red
like black. Giants are usually black and orange, which is like Halloween.
Yeah, you guys are the black and orange.
St.
Baltimore has got orange going for it, right? Rob, your team, Baltimore. And our good friend Marty in Oregon, also Baltimore.
Baltimore used to be my team. The Nationals are my team. They have red and blue. Red and blue.
That's old Montreal colors.
Jim, record collector. Okay, I know I'm going
Jim
back.
Jim is very upset with you.
I'm going retro, but 2010, 2012, 2014, three-peat. I know it's every other year, but that was a good
run for the Giants, San Francisco Giants. Some teams have better names than others. Why did they name it the Giants? It kind of trips off the tongue nicely.
Rachel, they came from New York. They were the Giants in New York.
They're the New York Giants.
This happens in baseball, and they do it in football too. They flip the teams around. Like the Raiders are in Las Vegas now. This is absolutely crazy.
The thing about the Giants,
Rachel. Yeah. Sorry, Mazzy. Arnie's back with his nickname for his. I think that's the nickname. His name.
It is Arnie.
San Francisco, go to a baseball game. But
it's Rachel. Let me get this one out.
We got so much going on in the show today. Please bear with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Is the nickname for his Leather Boys circle jerk session.
Leather Boys circle jerkers.
Hey, Jim, the steroid years were the Bobby Bonds years before they won. Bobby Bonds didn't win the World Series when he was there. But the thing about the rivalry goes back to New York. The Giants and the Dodgers hated each other because the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York.
What a great name,
Giants.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
They were both New York teams.
Rachel.
Yeah.
I think when my dad was growing up in the Bronx,
he
was a Giants fan, not a Yankees fan.
And they both came out west.
They both played in the Bronx.
And I love the pinstripe boys. Yankees, the black was so good. The black and
didn't they both come out west the same time, like in 1959?
Well, the Yankees stayed in New York.
Okay, guys, is the New York Yankees, is they America's team? Can we say that? Is that right? America's team.
Well, they didn't cheat like is it Baltimore?
I don't think they've labeled a New York team, America's team in baseball. I don't think.
Okay, what about Harlem Globetrotters in basketball? I think they would be America's team.
Those
poor Washington Nationals, they've got the Generals, Washington Generals. They have so much struggle. Struggled. Your team, the Generals, struggled.
Can I say something?
Yes, Rob.
Rachel, there's one play in basketball that if you fall for it again and again and again, you deserve to lose. They
See,
fall
Sam-
for they fall for two separate plays. They fall for taking the ball and
Yeah.
putting it under your shirt.
Yeah, in the shirt. Nobody
They
can
fall
tell
for
where
that
that
one.
goes.
And then anyone who falls for the bucket full of confetti deserves
Yes,
to
they
lose.
can throw that right out. They can run up to the sidelines, and the coach freaks out each and every game. It's unbelievable. I listen to Ken Burns, a great documentarian. Ken Burns, baseball, of course, the a fantastic documentary, highly regarded documentary. Ken Burns, baseball. Did you watch that, Massey? Ken Burns, have you
I
seen
did
the
when
Ken Burns stuff?
when it first was broadcast. I did.
He's good. He done one on the Civil War. He does them all. He's so good. The Atlanta Braves used to be called America's team back in the 90s.
I don't know about that. I think it was because they were on TBS, and that was called America's Channel.
This is what I like. This is what I love. This name, Brooklyn Dodgers. Bring it back, Brooklyn. Get the Dodgers back. LA Dodgers.
You know, baseball was
Tommy
my
Lasorda,
baseball was my primary thing.
Joe Garagiola.
Baseball was my primary thing until February 9th, 1964, when the Beatles came. And it literally
Ed Sullivan. That you are just quoting the actual date the Beatles appeared on.
Yeah.
Ed Sullivan.
I want to show you something. It's Beatle related.
Okay, here we go, Beatle friends.
All right,
And,
tune out, everyone.
This comes out on Tuesday. The photographer Jim Marshall, who I featured many times, he died 15 years ago.
Bless him.
These are his he took the last pictures and the backstage pictures at Candlestick Park.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Yeah, and when he died, he left his whole archive to Amelia Davis, his assistant, and she curates it. Last year, I did an interview with her on the Grateful Dead book, the 60th
good
anniversary.
for you, Maz. Yeah.
So this is, as you know, this August 29th is the 60th anniversary from one of my last drum lessons ever. And so I last week interviewed Amelia. It'll be on the channel Tuesday.
Oh, fantastic.
Only 30 minutes, but we talk about this book and Jim Marshall. And it goes back to the Cow Palace shows first in 65.
Wow.
And then,
did she know? Okay, here's some personal question. Did she know who you were before you approached her and talked to her?
Yeah, I mean, I've met Amelia because
you're in the industry, you like photography and stuff like that.
I mean, we cross over. I've known Jim since 1983, and I only met Amelia maybe 5 years before I moved. She was his archivist or his assistant, whatever, for maybe about 12 years before he died. And he has no kids, he has no family, so he left his archive to her, and she's done a beautiful job. All these Monterey Jazz Festival, the Grateful Dead. They did a Haight-Ashbury book. So he was born in San Francisco, and he tempestuous guy. He had a year of work furlough in jail where his lawyer got him off part-time.
What was he in for?
Well, cocaine and weapons. Basically,
Rob, this is something near and dear to our.
He had an apartment.
All about cocaine and weapons.
He had an apartment up on Union Street, upstairs over a storefront, and some guy kept knocking on his door, so it just shot through the door. It didn't kill the guy, but he got in, and with a coincidence, here's where it comes full circle. Wow. My friend Danny, who knocked on my door to tell me
you shot Danny dead.
My friend Danny knocked on our door on August 29th and said, "My dad got us 2 tickets if your mom could drive us."
Sorry, I thought you were going to go with shot him through the door with
Danny's father.
Rock cocaine.
Danny's father was a criminal attorney named George Walker, who 3 years later would handle the Hell's Angel that murdered the guy at Altamont, and he got him off, by the way.
Whoa! And you were there, of course, at that concert.
And then he became Jim Marshall's criminal attorney that got him on this reduced charge. So it comes sort of full circle. I didn't know Jim Marshall in those days.
Your involvement in what's known as the criminal underworld is extensive, both extensive and fascinating, Norman. Okay, Rachel, Rob, go ahead.
Mazzy is the number one Forrest Gump type person
on the Zelig. No, the
in
Zelig.
the DC in his relation to Beatles and Rolling Stones related crime.
Thank you. Hey, okay.
Okay, full disclosure.
Chapter 2 dropped this morning of Mike and Groove's and Leland's podcast on video on
It's
YouTube.
not
Okay.
chapter 2.
Leland
It's
Finster.
episode 2.
Episode. Okay, fuck you. Episode B.
Leland Finstag.
Okay, and I watched half of it. I haven't watched it all, but the first 20 minutes, he rants. It's getting up. This ranting thing is getting up between Michael and Michael Fremer again.
Oh, is it heating up?
It's heating up, and Michael Fremer has his mix and all this Beach Boys stuff. It's been heating up again. All the the drama.
Rachel,
Oh,
the leather boy,
problems.
the jealous leather boy with the deep giant type voice in the unmasculine hands.
Yes, delicate.
Who works as a security guard at a mall.
Security guard mall.
It needs my attention. He needs it.
Okay, well, he's getting it right now. George Orange Country Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Let me answer Spring Heels.
Spring Hill, we love you, young Archie.
I need to answer this. First of all, I did see the Smiths, and it was a bad night for the Smiths, but I absolutely love the Smiths. I saw them in Oakland. It wasn't the first show at the Ritz. I would definitely rather see the Beatles' Last Candlestick, even though it wasn't a great show. But I would have to go. I saw the last Sex Pistols show. I saw the last Throbbing Gristle show.
The last band, the last waltz.
I saw the last waltz until they reformed again. San Francisco, a lot of bands ended their careers in San Francisco. Good morning, Bill.
There's something about that. Yeah. San Francisco, it's where you go to die, where acts go to die.
But you can't compare that to seeing the Beatles.
Rachel, you have me for like 15 more minutes.
What's going on? You going out to some sort of Orange County get together, Disneyland or something like that? If you get to Disneyland, Rob, go see Small World. It'll bring a tear to your eye. Trust me. It's very emotional.
Rachel, my invitation for all the fucktards to come up on screen
still stands for 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes.
Come on, James? Arnie's real name. Arnie's real name is James.
James, that's a wonderful name. You're a first responder, James, Australian.
Spring Hill. If I had my choice, I'd rather see the Beatles at the Cavern or in Hamburg. That would be it.
Oh, wow. Early Beatles.
Rachel, can I couple it on with Mazzy if he had his choice? If I had my choice?
I would love to see your choice, Rob.
If I had my choice, Jim would destroy all his internet and not come up here and comment.
Oh, my God. You know what? He's one of our best, and I call him my protege. Mazzy, you over the years have had a number of proteges. The one that never really worked out to me in my, everyone's a critic. I get it. Was the long cut. Good guy, great guy. Just doesn't have what I call television presence.
But he's got an interesting vibe because
hold on. Can I address Wolfie? Seriously.
Wolfie!
Yeah, Wolfie.
Okay, here's Wolfie.
Yeah, Wolfie, you're a fucking idiot. It's been established. Secondly, why are you crowbarring your nonsense into other things?
Okay, Rob
here's the funny thing. This is how stupid you are, Wolfie. I don't live in Los Angeles. I can't vote for the mayor. I live in a different city.
And he's in Santa Monica.
Yeah, here's another factoid for you.
Down by the pier.
There are 88 different municipalities in the county of Los Angeles.
88.
Most people can't vote for the mayor of Los Angeles.
Most people down there don't know who the mayor is.
No.
Let's face facts.
We weren't talking politics.
Yeah, listen, Wolfie was smoking
Wolfie, no. Wolfie, just like your eloquent description of who she is, the mayor.
Yeah.
I'm just like you, Wolfie. I can't vote for the mayor of Los Angeles, and neither can you.
Hey, Rob, did you hear?
Hold on. Maybe, Wolfie, you should concern yourself with someone you are probably 100% against, the mayor of New York, who's doing a great job so far.
They had the first balanced budget in years in New York.
So, Wolfie,
because of
take your finger. Take your finger and insert it in your rectum.
I'm so sorry. Wolfie.
And stop worrying about a city you have no connection towards. Just like me. I have
Tommy, go to bang your gong. Love you, Edward. Have a fantastic day yourself, my dear friend. I can't vote for the mayor either, thankfully.
And actually, do you want to learn something new today that might improve
love you, Delphina. Yeah.
Here's how the city of LA works.
Okay, I want to know about
The
that.
mayor doesn't have 100% control over the city. She can't do a lot of things.
Right.
Most of the decision in the city of Los Angeles is done by the board.
The Borg? They're
the-
horrible.
It's the board that oversees the city of Los Angeles. She has to get their approval to do most of the things she does. So again, Wolfie, stop proving you're vanquished of any intelligence and worry about the city you live in. Because I'm worrying about Santa Monica, not Los Angeles. How about that?
Holy Toledo.
Which we have a kind of newish the title of mayor in Santa
Yeah.
Monica is
Yeah.
mostly sort of ceremonial. We have a board here in Santa Monica too that makes all the decisions.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not particularly
Nostalgic.
away. I'm not a huge fan of the current new Seattle mayor that much. I think she's a little too wimpy. She's progressive, very progressive. Again, people who are centrist or the right got a little pissed off, but she won. The last mayor, who was more in the center Democrat, really didn't do much either. I think this new mayor is still finding her sea legs. Joel here will probably agree with me.
I'm laughing.
Doesn't have she needs to be a little more forceful, and she's not, as far as I can see.
Hey,
Well,
Wolfie,
So just because someone's a progressive doesn't mean I'm going to like them
again
necessarily.
to address Wolfie,
Mhm.
Wolfie, I'm more here to point out stupidity. And
I love you, Wolfie.
That's my number one thing. It's not
Wow.
to address politics.
Rob put me in my place very early on in today's program. I'm still reeling. What's known
Herc.
as reeling from it.
Man, Herc, what is that? Man of manure? What are you censoring there?
Herc. Now listen, everybody settle down.
I'm
Okay,
curious. I can't read that.
No, I
Mazzy's
don't want
by
it. I'm
man
going to
of-
music.
Man
Oh,
of
boy.
what?
Cancel.
What is that?
Oh, the cancel. Because I got to see what's going on here. I am absolutely nonplussed by what I'm encountering. Okay. Wow. I am so sorry any of this
I'll
happened.
address one more politics thing. Out of all the people, the three leading candidates for the mayor of Los Angeles,
Yes.
one of them comes from being on the city council, the board.
From Borg.
So what this woman who's
Wow.
supposed to be like Madani like,
Yeah.
the three leading candidates, she is from the board. Karen Bass was a congressperson.
She is incredible. All right, listen.
I don't care.
Rob, we're going into music.
I used to love the
Mazzy.
Bassomatic.
Okay, listen, you sons of bitches. Everybody talks about. I want to thank Herc. A big shout out to Herc. Okay, and I want to tell you that Herc is so great.
Why?
Why? Because he provides content and alerts me to things. Like everybody knows about Brian May. Like he used to take a shilling. Okay, this is an English thing, a pence, and he would shave it down and he would turn that into a plectrum. And one guy demonstrates this. Kirk found the clip for me, and I was so impressed. I went, "This is why Queen is still regarded as one of the greatest
Didn't he make
bands ever." Yeah, this is what he was.
Didn't he make a guitar with his father out of a popsicle?
Yes,
stick?
he did all that. But I want to show you this. Here we go. Let's see how we do. Okay, music. Listen to that. All right. Fantastic.
Rachel.
That was incredible. But you see where he just put everything
Rachel,
he had into that. Yeah.
I think we're all doomed because of the internet. It's fucked everything up. I mean, the thing is, we would never have met. Maybe that would have been a good thing.
That would be bad.
It's really fucked everything up. It got people elected to office that shouldn't even be near an office. It's gotten people like making fake shit
We
up.
found you were like a Greenberg. Remember that when the genealogy we learned about your your grandmother. Okay, your grandmother's
Where's
sister.
my fucking father?
We're working on that. We don't give up on looking for dad. You were going to find dad.
Daddy.
Damn it. Yeah, we want Daddy
Daddy,
Found.
you had me. I never
But
had you.
that's why you love Lennon. You and John can identify.
No, but I had a good upbringing. I had a great
You
family
had a
upbringing.
great
I
upbringing,
mean,
except
so
Hey,
for
Rachel, I think
Candlestick
I
Park,
found
August
Mazzy's dad.
29th, 1966.
I found
Drum
Mazzy's
lesson.
dad. I found Mazzy's dad,
Okay,
Rachel.
Rob, here we go. This is Mazzy. Look. What the hell? Carl Ballantine, the incredible Carl Ballantine. He was great comedic talent from
You know
the
what
60s.
you know
He
what he was
appeared
about?
in so many great
McHale's Navy.
sitcoms. McHale's Navy was incredible.
You know those two women, who they are?
Okay, Joan Baez is here with Candy Clark.
No, that's her sister, Mimi Farina. The
Who's her sister?
Mimi Farina, yeah.
Wow, that doesn't sound anything like Joan Baez.
You know, they opened up for the Beatles. You know that.
Okay, hold on. There's the Ronettes. Ronnie
Siobhans.
Spector. Ronnie Spector, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that, Paul and George.
Yeah.
That's not your grandfather. I seen your grandfather. He lives at your house. Oh, hey, it's Vic Des Moines.
That's That's Kenny Everett, a British.
I would say Gene Pitney.
Rachel, I'm amazed how some of those pages aren't stuck together, Rachel.
Okay, well, Massey loves a good book.
You'll like there's King Curtis.
King Curtis, he's good. Not as big as King Crimson, but still big. King Curtis.
Rachel, he was murdered.
King Curtis?
Yes.
Rob, what? Was it in a motel? Because a lot of them go that way. Sam Cooke, the great
No,
ones.
I think someone came to his door.
Somebody shot him through the door.
It was
a Coke fueled.
It was Jim Gordon.
It was Massey's pal, Jim Marshall.
Jim
Gordon killed his mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Massey knows all about the killers.
Well,
because he was in San Francisco and he was so enthralled with all the drugs and the goings-ons.
Joe Sullivan, who wrote the intro, he's a rock critic, columnist. He wrote that book on Jim Gordon a couple years ago.
Hey.
All right. Full small world, full circle. Rob, go ahead.
The dipshit Arnie is back with another one of his troll accounts.
All right, here we go. This is Jet.
With this name, all these names are related to his Leather Boys situation.
Leather Boys lifestyle.
Yeah,
they're calling it. Some would call.
So Arnie calls himself, when the Leather Boys are meeting for a circle jerk, he calls himself Jetpack Jack, because he has a vibrating dildo he straps on.
So Rob, you better let me know soon if you're going to use the downstairs guest room if you decide to come up for that, because I have Michael and his husband have reserved the main room for the Seattle Pacific Audio Fest in September.
Okay.
Hey, Bex, are you going to? Do you do any of the Crime Fest things? We got Beckham, Mr. Beckham, good friend at Danny After Dark, of course, Paul Cast, True Crime, and they have these conventions. They're like what we would do at a record fair. But the focus there is not so much records, but criminal records. And they go after the criminals and who done it and why they done it. And people write books about it and they investigate and all sorts of stuff. And this guy, Bex, Danny After Dark, who I love dearly, and also Paul and Bex, you're the best. We love you. Always happy to see your friendly self come by. Okay, I don't know what to do with this one, Rob. But it is a comment.
It's a good old Billiam troll account.
William, stop it. Just fly straight up and fly right. All right.
I think Billiam's upset, Rachel. Did you hear the news?
Go ahead, talk to me.
Kellogg's
and somebody else come on the show. Rob's going to go in a bit. And I don't want Massey left alone, or we'll lose Massey.
Kellogg's is closing down their Omaha plant.
Kellogg's the famous corn cereal with the rooster and whatnot. It's good for you. Corn flakes.
I think Billiam's out of a job cleaning up the horse crap, because isn't that how they power?
Hey, it's horse crap. He's cleaning up the horse crap. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody who knows a little bit about Rick Wakeman, the band, yes, Project Gemini, our own Mark Anthony K. Criminal Record is a fantastic album by Rick Wakeman, the greatest prog keyboard player of all time. He's incredible. Vinyl Richie on record, pardon the pun, as saying Rick Wakeman, too much cape, too much show, doesn't like it.
I
Yeah,
love,
too
I
much cape.
love, I like Rick Wakeman's piano playing on the early Bowie records on Hunky Dory.
Okay, yeah, it does. Is There Life on Mars? Incredible
Right? I
piano
think
piece.
I
That's
enjoy his
Rick.
piano playing more than his prog
Then
stuff.
is
But
progressive.
I mean, I'm a fan of
expressionist.
him with Yes. That's fine.
He's good, man. He's amazing. He's a legend. Now, speaking of legends, Edwin, colleague Edwin, Pretty Green Vinyl Guy. Edwin, Pretty Green Vinyl Guy, you need to get in touch with him. Sue, can you get a link to Edwin, Pretty Green Vinyl Guy?
Why, does he have the 2027 vinyl tag up?
First, yeah, that guy. We love him. First boy on the moon, okay, is going to see Elvis Costello, and he's inquiring. He says, is there any way I could get a copy of my album in the hands of Elvis Costello? And I said, there is a way. Edwin went to school with Diana Krall, and Diana Krall, some would even pronounce it Deanna. Massey has done a number of videos on how to pronounce Deanna. A lot of people say Diana.
You're lying.
Massey's videos frequently.
At least you're consistent with your fake
Deanna.
news, Rachel. At least you're consistent with your fake news.
All right, so Rob has already cautioned you once, Massey. Please, Rob, go right ahead.
I have an easier way of getting
a
record. Photoshop or AI.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Wow, I love this. Rick Beato, I saw them both. I watched both interviews. Alex Lifeson, or as Massey has done a number of videos on Alex Lifeson, is pronounced Leifson. Alex Leifson. Please get the nomenclature correct. But here's the situation. Rick Beato is interviewing Geddy Lee, and then Alex Leifson, he crashes it and jumps in. But both interviews were very good. I like Rick Beato. Massey, you a Beato fan? And is there any chance you could get Beato on your program?
No.
Because you're a big number guy.
I have kind of a non-committal thing. He's very talented. He's got a great channel. He's a great educator, producer. I don't watch his stuff unless it's someone I really want to interview. He does like all of us in a certain way. He'll do his clickbait thing. He did that thing with the New York Times writers and a little over the top 2 or 3 episodes. So, but everyone does that. So I'm not going to blame
Rachel, I have to leave, but let me leave you with this.
All right.
From a very reliable source.
Yes.
You can't get Rick Beato on your channel unless you pay him.
What? It's a paid gig?
He won't entertain any offers below $2,000.
Okay, Massey, what do you think? If could we crowdsource this and make it happen? I'm willing to.
I only charge $500 to be on your show, except Rob gets it free just because he's grandfathered in.
Wow, grandfathered. You're grandfathered in, Rob. Fantastic.
Can I let all the people? I'm traveling. I'm going out of town next week, so I'm doing a live stream tomorrow.
I've seen it.
Tomorrow morning's live stream for me, guys.
Monday for Rob, and if I'm in a good mood, maybe I'll do a Tuesday morning to
help us all through our week.
I know Rob's shoes will be very hard to fill, but maybe I'll get up and do something on Tuesday morning.
Question for Rob before Rob goes. Rob knows the ins and outs of all this. Fremmer owns an OG Pet Sounds.
It's not a hard thing to own.
OGs of tons of records.
Yeah, it's not a hard thing to own.
Wow, you guys. Rachel, who is the most boring musician you've ever had regularly on screen during a Lifetime show? 5 to 5. There goes Rob. We love him. Rob, I want you to have a fantastic day.
I'll try.
Okay. Vote for Summer. A little political tagline on there. Do you remember that? Napoleon Dynamite? Did you watch that film, Norman? Napoleon Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite.
You know, I didn't see it until about
Summer.
I didn't see it until about 10 years after it came out. Everyone kept telling me that. Yeah, I know it now. Yeah.
Okay. I'm more like Spicy Chicken Supreme. I love that. Oh, Jay. Hey, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the documentary, the TV show continues to make its rounds over in Sviji and parts foreign. Okay. The European market. They are absolutely loving what we did. And Massey, you're coming off very well. People, the audience responses to your star power in Europe, to no one's surprise, you were actually seen as the real star of the TV show. What do you think about that? You and Rob.
Well, are they getting feedback on it?
Yeah, a lot of good feedback. I was hearing the feedback. One person, and I was hurt, obviously, to my car, said it's morally wrong to focus on a magite. Like Rachel, you're a magite, like maggot, magite.
Well,
it's morally repulsive.
well,
And I went, wow.
That's a common thing because, Rob and I, especially
Yes.
me, I think, have gotten
So
not
much
lately,
love.
but we used to get a lot of inboxes for, why do you go on Rachel's show? How can
I
you?
hear about that.
And I get upset at you like half the time.
You do not stop it right there. You love
Last
me.
time I just got tired of this fake shit, so I just
You
left.
stop it. You are the most
But I like you personally.
You love me. It's bigger than like Massey. This is you.
I like your
love
music.
Rachel.
I like your wit. I like your
I rock,
je
man.
ne sais quoi.
I freaking rock.
Well, but and even though there's like a third of you that's full of bullshit, I still like you.
All right. Well, I love you,
and I like Sue even more. And I like Sue even more.
And here's the thing:
Sue
I choose you, Pikachu.
But
You
Sue,
is my cousin, my
unlike
beloved
you-
cousin.
unlike you, Sue leaves $20 bills in the flower pot.
Hey, we worked together on that, but it's true. Sue took the lead on that. She is
And
the
you
best.
brought me a great, beautiful bottle of gin.
Well,
Mermaid.
that was all me. That was my idea. But I was nervous about it, Mass, because I go, Massey likes what Massey likes, and Massey doesn't like what he doesn't like. And I was saying, God, is this something he would appreciate? I hope he likes it. And I got you two different ones.
Yeah.
One was a little more experimental out there, and I went
one was my
more
standard- one of my
into
standard.
your wheelhouse with
Here's
one brand.
the thing. Here's how I
And I want to do it again for you. The other day, you know what I was doing, Mass? I was just sitting here. I said, you know what I should do? I should send Mazzy a bottle. Just buy you a bottle, let it show up at your door, and go, you know what? Rach just sent me a freaking
Can you do
bottle.
that across county lines? No.
Yeah, you can do it. Because I would
I know
would
you can have
order
it
it in
shipped locally.
Seattle and pay for it online.
Here's the deal. Actually, that's not true, OJCs. Except when I shave,
Wow.
Now I lost my train of thought here, but
Please don't hurt Massey. Hey, what's going on with your Patreon? I didn't do a Patreon or something.
I've never done a Patreon.
Members only. You got a members only.
I do the members.
Have a jacket that goes with that.
I have about 40 or 50 members.
Whoa, dude. Man,
and I do at least one video a week. What I did yesterday, I know you started talking before I got on about this new McCartney, and I'm not going to give you my take on it because I'm not going to have a video ready till probably Wednesday. I really want to digest it, right? I want to listen to it. I don't want to just rush out a video, my take on the new McCartney album. And I've listened to it about 5 times, 6 times now. But what I did is I got up at 6 a.m. Friday morning, release day.
Yeah.
Before I got the album. Now, I did order 2 copies online, but I went to my local at 10 o'clock in the morning, Easy Street, and bought the album. So I'm going to have.
You are fantastic. I love this.
I'm not buying 20 variants. Okay.
Yeah, there's 7. Apparently, there's 7 out there.
No, there's a lot more. But
really, there is even more.
I did order the white gatefold, which I like. And anyway, so what I got up at 6 a.m., I went downstairs. I put my headphones on. And I listened to the entire album on Apple Music for the very first time. Aside from the first 2 tracks, I hadn't heard it. And I did a reaction video. I recorded me for 47 minutes. It's a long album for one LP. I recorded me for 47 minutes reacting to the new Paul McCartney. Now, the audience can't hear it, but I put that up Saturday morning on my members only, so they can watch.
I love it. Yeah, they can watch your actual reaction.
It's boring for most people to sit and watch me react, but I commented song track by track my first impressions. So
4D, play your cards right. One of these is going to be sent over to Manchester, Salford in particular. This is a Hawker Hurricane.
Hey, Raji,
it's got the cannons on it there.
In answer to your question,
ever since I mentioned Salford, you've never forgotten that distinction.
I've never forgotten that. My heart now resides in Salford.
He's backwards. You need to flip him.
What is he backward? I got to flip you, my friend. You're being
Raji.
flipped.
I don't know what Bon Scott looks like as a copper statue. That's one thing, or a bronze statue.
Scott.
and I think I missed Johnny Halliday. Those were the two main ones that I should have known.
Ageism is a reality. Ageism is a reality. Paul McCartney facing it. 83. I think Paul may be older than 83 now.
He's going to be 84 in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, he's going to be 84. Look at these guys. These Beatles is getting old. Whatever's left of them.
I just figured out 2 weeks. I think it's the 13th or 14th of June.
Yeah.
50 years ago, I first saw McCartney play live. Wings Over
50
America.
years ago. Wow. I saw him in the 89, the world tour with Linda. I saw Linda McCartney play with him. Holy smoke. Speaking of sex, I know we've been talking a lot about sex on today's program. Here he is. Bobby, smoke him if you got him gas in the house. How you doing, Canada?
How you doing, people?
Hey, we're losing against Norwegia in the hockey. Can you believe it, Bobby? The guys that mastered the long slalom skiing thing is now defeating Canada in hockey. What do you think about them apples?
Well, I think Grapes was right. We should have never brought them foreign hockey players over as
Oh,
juniors to play
that's
hockey.
a hard line you're taking there, Bobby. A hard line.
Not piss on them. They ain't Canadian.
Fuck those Yanks.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well,
Here's some-
everybody, you know.
Wow. Just frickin' wow. Here's
Fuck
something else.
everyone who wasn't born in your country, right,
Wow.
Bobby?
No, I mean,
Wow.
we used to be the best at curling. That's not happening no more. The world of sports is, all over the place now.
It sure the hell is these days.
I mean, Canada's playing soccer now. I mean, 50 years ago, people would have laughed at that, right?
I love this comment. Bruno's here. He goes, I think Paul made a big statement with this record that I don't see anyone yet mentioning. There's a big statement. Well, it's a very nostalgic, it's a backward-looking record to the happier times.
Only half of it is like that. But there's one track. I'll say this as a spoiler. What's it called?
Spoiler.
Mountain something. One track I think you'll absolutely love. It's a psychedelic kind of track, very much like when we was Fab, but not as specific that like George did.
Yeah.
And it's in the middle. Let me grab it.
So it's a little bit of a throwback, and it's a tribute.
It's really good. It's called Mountaintop. It's called
Mountaintop. Dungeon Lane, ladies and
Dungeon
gentlemen,
Lane.
the street
But
that
you know it's gonna-
4D
you know it's-
is
you know it's
intimately
gonna-
familiar with. They used to take school at the little schoolhouse on Dungeon Lane.
Him and George lived in that kind of area near the airport. and all that.
Liverpool.
You know what's going to happen is if it hasn't happened, I'm sure it's happened already. This neighborhood's going to be fucked with all these tourists going. To this
Everybody's
place.
got to go to Dungeon Lane and get
Nah,
the
show them the
sign.
lyric sheet inside. Show
Well,
them
you
the
can't
lyric
even read the
sheet.
fucking thing.
I'd show it to them though, because it's
Show. It's a
Paul
statement.
McCartney is in the school of Neil Young. If you ever try to read Neil Young's handwriting and his lyrics,
Yes.
I know. Right? Can you bring it to? Right.
Okay. Okay.
you-
What's
you-
going on, 4D? What are we experiencing?
Okay, on some of those lyrics, you'll notice his editorial mind working because he's crossing things out and adding things on.
Okay.
And Joe Mayo has already made the point that if you get the CD, you get this booklet, but it's so small that with that
you
handwriting,
can't even read the
forget
big
it.
fucking booklet.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
need to have a
you can.
magnifying.
You
Yeah.
can, but you really need the LP.
You need the
lyric sheet.
LP. It's
Yeah.
designed
You know,
for that.
one thing it's so funny because I didn't realize this. Apparently, there's some I don't know if it's Instagram where Paul's been doing every day a track list with who plays on what track. Well, they don't have that here. They have all the
Right.
people who play on it, which isn't that many. Paul plays like 90% of the instruments, which is great. But you want to know who's on, like Chrissy Hines sings on something.
Well, the mountaintop that you mentioned, what I thought was a flute, is that actually the old mellotron that he's using for that
Yes.
flute thing?
Yes.
Okay.
He plays.
I love
okay.
this comment.
Let me-
Artist intent is now
Rachel?
my most loathed term this year. It's so affected. I so get what you're saying, Chance. That is
Oakenshield,
affectation.
that started last year as a result of the television thing. But okay, listen to this.
Tony, welcome back, Tony.
Here's
It's good to see you, my
Under
friend.
McCartney, he plays vocals, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, bass, piano, harmonium, harpsichord, Rhodes, Moog synthesizer,
Well, now he's just showing off.
Wurlitzer, Mellotron, Spinet, organ, recorder. Well, also Breno loops, drums, and percussion. And then he's got Andrew Watt
amazing.
plays on a couple things. Ringo Starr, Mike Davis, I don't know who that is. Chrissy Hynde, Charlene Spiteri, I don't know her, and Nancy McCartney. Is that Nancy McCartney? Is that a
Nancy
granddaughter?
McCartney, is that a granddaughter, great granddaughter?
And then the big band brass and strings were arranged by Ben Foster and Giles Martin.
Which are brilliant.
You know, I think there's a few cringy. The most cringy thing for me, and I think people disagree with me. Have you listened to it yet? The album?
I haven't heard it.
I really dislike at the very beginning of the album. I think it's the wrong track for the beginning, but
the
his
narration.
spoken
narration,
word
yeah.
part is cringy.
It's a little bit.
He doesn't have the voice. He should have brought Ian McClellan or Jeremy Irons or somebody.
Ringo's got a great speaking voice.
Well, maybe, yeah. The little train man. He just doesn't.
I agree with that. It's a good idea, but badly executed. That narration.
And the
cheering for Liverpool.
And the second track's terrible or mediocre.
That's very cringe.
Whoa, the second track's
Lost
terrible.
Horizon is just applauding.
Naz, that track
go.
is the key to the entire album. That one you just called terrible.
Cunt.
Oh no.
You've got to understand. You've got to understand the lyrics and where those lyrics are coming
4D,
from.
you ignorant slut.
Wow, we got a real different DJ Trish in the house today. We love her, sweet lady. Holy smokes, we're going to get the bronze medal for Norwegian. Congratulations, Norwegian. Canada should just give it
4D.
up.
Did you actually buy the
lacrosse.
record or the CD? 4D.
I bought the LP. Yeah, I bought the same as you. I bought the LP.
So what color did you get?
What color did you go for there, 4D?
I went for green. Do you want me to show
You
you?
went green. Green is the life
All right.
color.
I'll show you the green.
There it is. I'm going.
Hang on.
I didn't get a choice. The American Indie is
There you go. It's
Nice.
kind of a teal. It's like on the camera, it looks more teal.
Yeah, the camera's no good. It's like a green felt, like a snooker table.
Yeah.
That's the color,
snooker.
really. Yeah.
I prefer snooker over pool. Okay, and over 8-ball. But look at this. And Bobby, I know that's fighting words for you, but you got to go snooker over 8-ball. But anyway, look what Mazzy's got there. He's got San Francisco pink to support our LGBTQ plus community.
exactly Rachel.
Yeah.
So when my son was 8th grade in America, a lot of 8th grade classes, they do their Washington trip. They go to Washington, see the government.
You got to go to DC.
So Joey comes back. My son Joseph comes back, and hey, come on, I'm talking here.
He's talking here, Bobby.
My son comes back off the plane, and I pick him up, and he has this pink hat that says FBI on it.
Oh,
And I don't know. And my son's very secure with his
masculinity.
whatever. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so I remember Michelle says, "Why'd you get a pink hat?" And he says, "It's not pink. It's light red."
Okay, I like where the boys go with that.
Light
It's
red. How
light red.
creative! I think that's a
Yeah.
creative.
I would do that as well. Light red. And the thing is, he could have just got it from a hot
Seriously, I think
FBI check.
this is the American Indie exclusive. Apparently,
Yeah.
I just got the one they had. That's all they had.
That's
don't really
pink,
care.
not red.
It's pink.
Yeah.
I know, but my son calls
It's
us light
light
red.
red, Bobby. It's light red.
It's kind of a joke, but
Yeah.
he's serious.
It's like when I was a kid, my buddy had a little African American GI Joe. He had a black GI Joe, but he said he's not black. He's just got a tan. Okay, don't cry, Bobby.
If you, Bobby, if you know
Yeah.
paint and pigments and things, if you
Yeah.
put white into
Wow.
red, it becomes pink. So light red.
Light red, pink, Bobby. It's
Some
all
of the-
perspective.
Some of the criticism has been that the last track, "Mama Gets By," and ends on such a pensive note, bordering on tragedy, that they felt that it was bad to end the album on that.
So, but that's the long and winding road kind of ending.
I love it, and there's some question about the identity of "Mama Gets By" because McCartney just said it's fictional, and
It's about his parents.
no, I don't think it is.
You think it's about Linda?
No, I don't think it's that either.
I'll show you.
I do think it's a composite, so there might be elements of bits, but the main thing, I think the clue
Oh,
is
look at
in,
what Bobby's doing there, 4D. We'll get right back to you, but look at
Okay.
this. Look what Bobby's showing.
That's a deeper pink red.
That's really
That's
nice,
it.
Bobby.
but you can't play that.
That's a more
Okay.
magenta.
Okay. I don't know what you guys is doing, but I don't like it. It seems a little. What do we
So
call it?
Bobby,
It's
what
not
is
right.
the Benjamin Moore color of 2026?
I don't know. When I went to school, they told you there was three main colors. I forget what they are
The
now.
primary colors: red,
They're
blue,
primary,
Yeah,
Bobby.
the primary.
and
That's what
green.
they
Right?
call them, right?
Red, blue, and green.
And then if you mix them up, you can get six of them, right? And then after
Yeah.
that, like my old man had a painting company, and he used to bring home books from one of the painting companies, and there was, 200 shades of white. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the book was like that
Wow.
thick, with little wee squares of the colors of paint, right?
All
You
right,
know,
Bobby, you're a little high right now. Just settle in. Just settle in. We're going to go talk to 4D about this album.
I'm high on life, is what I'm.
All right. Okay, listen, fisherman. Here we go.
Okay, some of the lyrics are Papa gets back and heads for the sack as soon as he steps inside the kitchen door. So that's the whoever she's married to, that's the guy she's married to.
That's
Papa gets back.
Paul. He's talking himself. He's doing a Lennon. He's talking about himself coming into the farm from the rock and roll lifestyle of the road.
And as for Mama herself, he says she's tough enough to make it through the storm. I think there's a clue there.
And his mother was a nurse during World War II.
During the storm of what's known as the Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
Okay, right up until 1970, and probably beyond that, but at least up until 1970, and it can't have been beyond 1972 for tragic circumstances, both Paul McCartney and George Harrison separately would make regular visits to Liverpool, to Broad Green, which is just outside Liverpool city centre.
Liverpool.
To see Ma Caldwell and Al Caldwell. You remember those?
Old Caldwell and Park Caldwell.
Al Caldwell was Rory Storm, and Ma Caldwell was the woman who's had an open house for any of the musicians.
The Storm. So it's about Rory Storm, is what you're alluding to.
I'm guessing,
and
but
the Hurricanes.
But think how strong the attachment must be that after all the Beatlemania, that both George Harrison and Paul McCartney still continue to make regular visits back to Broad Green, Liverpool, to visit Ma Storm, Ma Caldwell. And she's the lady who had the open house. If you were a band and you'd done a gig and you wanted to go back for chip butties late at night, that's the place you would head to. It was an open house.
Separately from Mona Best's place. I guess at that point they didn't go to Best because of Pete. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're coming back from Hayman's Green, it's a good stop-off point before you get back. So and the thing about her husband was, I don't know what his job was. I can't remember, but he used to go to bed really early. So when when it says Papa gets back and heads for the sack, I'm thinking, is that her husband? So I'm just guessing that some of it is to do with Ma Caldwell, who died in tragic circumstances because her son either took an overdose mistakenly or deliberately, and when her mother found him, she did the same. So it was like a twin.
Some
suicide.
say it was a pact there. That's what Archie protege, my young protege.
And some say that. So if the song is at all touching on her life and circumstances, how can it not be pensive at the ending?
Yeah, it could be.
So
let's get Archie up here. Archie, come on up on TV show with Massey and all the other children up here. Let's get you up here, Archie. You're a good lad. We love you. Okay, what's going on, Bobby?
I'm working my way around to Loft Horizon.
The only way I can handle Paul McCartney talk.
Okay, whoa, what's going on? You mean you gotta get a little high?
Well, Paul McCartney, the guy's what, 195 now, right?
Okay, he's only a couple of years older than your own fine self, there, old timer.
How many of us
Bobby?
can have that?
Wow.
Like, I'm critical of McCartney. I think I have every album of his. I think every album there's at least 3 great songs, maybe 4. There's 3.
You're a fan.
Yeah, but there's 3 kind of good songs, 3 mediocre songs, and probably 3 terrible songs on average.
Tell me the bad stuff that you think is on this album, other than the one you've said.
I'm not going to reveal.
He's not revealing his secret.
Okay. No, I'll tell you. I've heard it about 6 times now, and I'm in my self-embargo, because my video.
Self-embargo.
Okay.
But I think the worst song on the album is Lost Horizon. I think initially I get the schmaltz factor. I get the beauty. You just talked about. I don't like Mama Gets By, and to me, it's like that Once Upon a Time long ago that meanders. It wears out its welcome. When I first heard this on Apple Music, I thought it was a bonus track that's not part of the album. It would be good on the Valentine album. I thought would be better. It's in that mode. I don't think it fits. I mean, this album is all over the place, and I like that. I like most of that album. I'm really surprised that I really like the Southbound, the folk song Down South, but it's almost like a demo. They need a good harmony on that song. A female harmony up there with Paul, I think would have.
There is criticism of Massey. Herkimer, Massey, you're full
Herkimer. I invite Herkimer to come up and give your opinion on it. Give your opinion.
Has anybody ever seen Herc in real life?
Yeah, he's a very attractive fellow.
I like to meet him. I never seen the guy.
He's good looking.
See, I can't tell what you're talking about here when you say worst song. Which song? I think Down South has potentially to be a good song.
Naz, can we stick on Down South just for a moment?
Okay.
You know what the song is about?
Yeah, I love the lyrical content.
Okay, what's it about?
With George,
for the uninformed, what's it about, 4D?
Right, so it's about hitchhiking, right? So if you think about the nature of hitchhiking, where you don't know how far you're going to get, you don't know where you're going to sleep that night, so you're winging it. So the reason why it wouldn't be a good idea to do what you're suggesting is because then it would be overproduced. it needs to have a winging it feel.
I know, but I still would like. I understand that. To me, that would be good if Paul was doing an entire kind of loose, unplugged vibe, like a Rick Rubin thing, and that would fit more for my liking. Now, these are just personal takes, you know.
I know, Maz, I know.
You know what I really like? I think I'm trying to think which song is it. First of all, I like Life Can Be Hard is his typical, Your Mother Should Know, You Gave Me the Answer. And it's really, I think it's a good track. But I really like First Star in the Night. It's the most slow, soulful song of Paul. When Paul does like a soul song that some black artist could do a great cover of, I think that's a beautiful song. I love the bass. I love the groove on that, even though it's kind of mid-tempo. I love that song.
Couple of great questions for Massey. Massey, first of all, a request. Can you put some headphones on and listen to the whole album again? I want to see what I'm missing, not being one of your Patreon guys.
Well, Raji, if you wait till Wednesday, I'm going to tack that video on as a bonus on the end of my review.
It's going to be a bonus.
So the only privilege you get, I mean, I appreciate people supporting the channel. You know, like Rachel has her Patreon thing.
Yeah,
I didn't do Patreon. I decided to do members, and you're getting a few extra videos, and you might get something sooner. It's not a big deal. But I do a fucking lot of videos, so people complain about that. You know, yes, that chicken shop thing was incredible. Have you watched that woman?
Okay, chicken shop date. This was my date with Paul McCartney. And so what did you think of
this
it, man?
British woman does a series of celebrities in these Asian chicken shops all throughout London.
And she comes and she hangs out with Sir Paul.
She talks to her, yeah. And Paul's in there with her. Now, it's a veggie one, obviously, in that
vegan soup.
Vegan.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's great. He's so loose. I mean, she is really witty. I loved it. It's great.
She's witty because she's British. The English people know how to do wordplay. It was called wordplay.
Some of them
They're
do.
so good.
Some
4D knows how to do it. 4D can wordplay along with.
We've learned, though, Rachel, we learned from the vinyl community, not all British people are as witty and quick and get humor.
Whoa, Mazzy, you have been hurt too much by some of our witty British.
Some more than others.
Yeah.
My favorite British guy was Andy Capp.
Andy Capp, the little pubster, he'd go at the bar, and his wife would always have
Alan Price.
Let me answer Chuck here. First of all, it is Paul McCartney, so I like the artist for one thing. So you could say that about any album you like. If it wasn't X artist or Bruce or whoever, do you like it if it wasn't them? I give the album right now probably a low 8 or maybe a 7.5 out of 10. I like it. I don't love everything on it. I think the first two songs, I think the first song is a jumbled mess. There's great parts of it, It's brilliant in parts, but it's like 3 songs sandwiched
Well,
together.
by the time we've rehabilitated Lost Horizon for you, you'll be giving it a 9, Maz, by
Maybe.
the end of this program.
Okay. I have to listen. I have to listen to it more. But
no, you need to read it more. Read the lyrics more, and try and...
here. Okay, I will grant you this. I think this is a smart reaction to you. You're coming, I think, more initially from the lyrical point of view of the album. I'm coming more from the musical point of view, and that's a fair difference. I go in initially just listening to the sound of the recording, the instrumentation, the basic gist of what the song's about, but I don't initially dive into lyrics right away. So I think that's our difference with these songs.
All right. So the overview lyrically is that the album's not just about nostalgia, which we kind of knew.
That's half of it, maybe.
But the other half of it is the word forever. And what that word forever does to nostalgia, because nostalgia usually is a criticism. It's something that's consigned to the past, and you've got to let it go and you've got to move on because it's gone. That's what nostalgia, that's the world of nostalgia. But that word forever, when you put that over the top of nostalgia, it transforms the meaning of nostalgia. And I think that's what this album does, and I think it's deliberate.
Yeah.
I
just remember when I
I can open it out a little bit, but I think I'm going to need to sing, and that's going to be a bit embarrassing.
Don't do that, please.
Sing a song. Sing us a song.
Well, no, I want Rachel to help me with this, so Rachel's got to be in camera as well because this is really difficult. It's a really difficult song, and the guy who wrote it, he must be a genius to come up with this.
Which song now?
Well, let's see if you can identify it.
Let's see if we can identify.
Because I won't be able to hit all the right notes, Maz.
What would you think if I sang out of tune?
Exactly. But if Rachel can do a sort of a Julie Andrews sort of sway,
I can do Julie.
Are you going to sing it?
We're going to sing it, Bobby.
Cover your ears, Bobby, for God's sake.
It's a good thing you smoked it, Bobby. Let's get high.
I can't hit all the notes. It's impossible.
Angled. Here we go.
You ready? The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where it really ends. Everything depends on where you are in the circle that never begins. Nobody knows where the circle
Is this Ripple?
ends.
Is this Ripple?
Does that ring any bells, Maz?
It's perfect. It's rippling the pond.
Okay, if you think about the lyrics to that song, which was written by Burt Bacharach, it's life is a circle. So the world is a circle, time is a circle. So forget about thinking about time as a sequential line going towards infinity. That's not the way he's describing time. Time is a circle. So if you're born in the summertime, then summertime's going to come around on your birthday.
Yes.
So that's the sequence. All right.
If I could have time,
this is the album, and this is the soundtrack, and this is the film.
Here it is. Lost Horizon.
It sounded like a musical. 4D. That's like Mama Gets By. Reminds me exactly of a Burt Bacharach song.
So when you think about Lost Horizon, I believe there's a deliberate nod to Burt Bacharach and that film and that song. So in Lost Horizon, the actual film, there's a place called Shangri-La hidden in the valleys, and in Shangri-La you live forever. There's immortality in Shangri-La. So you've got an album about nostalgia and about
ancient
forever.
Chinese secret, huh?
And that's why Lost Horizon is the key to the whole album. You can work out a lot of the different.
It's got
songs
a young Errol Flynn in it.
with Lost Horizon as your gateway.
All right.
Herc, is there any chance you could get some 4D clips and put them on your Instagram?
Over the last few years, there's been a lot of, rightly so, attack on McCartney's live vocals half the time. His vocals on this album are quite good.
Can you do the speaking part for us? I want to see how cringe it actually is.
The speaking part, I'm sorry.
Is there lyrics for it?
Paul's speaking part at the beginning is terrible.
Okay, tell me what the lyrics are. What does he say?
What he's saying is fine. It's okay.
And try and do a Liverpudlian.
I don't think I can read his
Read it like
handwriting.
Paul. Go.
Classy.
It's Paul McCartney. Here goes.
It's just-
Okay, Mads, you're on.
Okay, here we go. Do the reading part and do it like Paul.
Okay, it's hard to read, but I used to walk past your house Friday night. I'd look up at your window. The light was on. I saw your silhouette on the blind. Do you think of me? Question mark. Now, you have this 83-year-old guy looking up at this woman. I understand it's looking back, but you have this deep voice. Not, it's not like, again, Undertone or Bowie. It's kind of creepy. And, it's like a stalking thing, but it could have been so much better. A young British actor. He should have picked, was it the guy that's playing him in the upcoming movie? Get that?
I was right with you, in terms of the delivery until you actually said all of that, because there's other ways to look at that. What if it's from the point of view of somebody who had a one-night stand with Paul McCartney when he was late teens, for instance? I wonder if she still thinks of him now that he's famous.
Or
Could be that way.
let's not be gender. Come on. It could have been a handsome young buck, and
or a handsome young buck too. Yeah. So I don't think that's what's wrong with the song. I think it's just the delivery.
His voice is what's wrong with it for me.
It's too stagey. It's too kind of.
He's not. Out of all the Beatles, he was the worst actor.
What?
Look at Broad Street. Look at they cut out his solo clip in A Hard Day's Night because it was so bad. Going back, everyone's got a scene. Paul doesn't have a scene in A Hard Day's Night. John has a scene. Ringo has a scene. George has a scene. No Paul's scene. I wonder why.
Okay, 4D, do you agree?
Hamming it up probably right from the very first start. Out of all the Beatles, Paul wanted to be up front.
He's a great. I love Paul McCartney. He's a great artist. He's a great performer, but he's not a good actor.
So when you get to Days We Left Behind, and he says nothing can reclaim the days we left behind, you might be starting to think nothing can reclaim. Okay, so they're gone, they're lost. Is that what he said? You might be thinking that, and in the same song he says nothing ever stays, and then he says no one can erase. So what is it? Which way is it? And the key to that is that Dungeon Lane was the place where Paul McCartney got mugged.
It's all been done.
He got his watch stolen from him.
His watch stolen.
So when he says nothing can reclaim, he means reclaim in terms of repossess or steal. So he's saying nothing can steal the.
Bobby, did you ever mug a guy? You lived on the streets.
I think
I was just thinking you're talking about writers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Dylan, who's considered, I don't know, maybe the best or one of the best ever.
He is.
I seen him do an interview in the 80s where the interviewer asked him who he thought was, one of the best or the best writers, and he said Neil Young.
Oh, Neil's good. Old Neil's good.
In his biography, he even talks about one of the
There
best
is
singers.
a town in North
He loves Paul McCartney
Ontario.
singing. He loves Paul McCartney and all that. I'd love Days We Left Behind. That song has actually grown on me, and I like Paul's falsetto in that. It really works.
You think you've heard enough
It
of
suits the
Silly
song.
Love
Yeah, but did Paul write any songs that were sort of like anthems? Like Neil Young wrote a number of them.
Don't look back in anger.
Ohio being in special.
Paul is not good at anthems.
No, John Lennon was. Lennon was good at anthems.
Hey Jude is an anthem.
Well, okay, I'm thinking politically. I hate to say that. Freedom is a terrible song.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
His response to 9/11, he meant
9/11, powerful moment.
I think Give Ireland Back to the Irish is okay, but Lennon's Luck of the Irish is
superior.
better.
Yeah, I agree.
Dylan also because he sort of wrote protest songs is how he started out and shit like that, right?
Yeah,
and that's what Neil Young was good at, right? Was writing about that kind of crap, right? And I think
Ohio.
For Dead in Ohio.
So
that was big for a year or two. That was for us guys my age, those years that we grew up in the '60s, and that happened. Because in them days, if you had long hair, society didn't like it. Cops
you was
you
like a girl. Listen, Bobby, I'm no spring chicken myself. I remember when the kids in our school had long hair, said, "Oh, you're going to be a girl, are you?" And nowadays, of course, this would be all supported. But in those days, it was frowned upon. Okay, let's be clear
Anyone,
about that. Go ahead,
I
man.
understand. I understand. There's a bunch of people that say this all the time. There's always some fucking cunt nose in the audience.
You're like a girl, is what they say.
This guy should retire. He passed his peak and stuff.
Yeah.
And there are some people like that.
God knows.
McCartney doesn't have the voice he once had, and we
He's
all know
old
that.
now. He's old,
You know,
McCartney.
I mean, I would have never wanted Leonard Cohen. In fact, Leonard Cohen makes some of his best music at the beginning.
Well, but he never sang good.
And
McCartney had a voice.
I agree with that. And I think Paul McCartney maybe shouldn't try to sing as much.
Paul had a voice.
If you actually listen to his playing on this record and to the weaving of all these different instruments, and he plays 90% of the stuff or more on here, he's still brilliant. I mean, I wish he would do an almost all instrumental record again, like he did with Fireman, because I think he's brilliant. He can play. His chops are there.
Yeah,
the
he's
subtleties. He's not a Jimmy
great.
Page or a flashy guitar, but he's a great guitar player. And what he does, what I like about this record, this is what surprised me. This is a heavy, I don't mean heavy rock and roll heavy, but there's a lot of electric guitar and acoustic guitar. This is a big guitar album and a lot of layers of electric guitars. And I think that's brilliant. There hasn't been everyone talks about guitars are on the way out and there's not many rock bands now. There's a lot of guitar on this record and it's really nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of musicians, people that are nice.
Go back to Canada, Mark.
He's American, you son of a bitch. He's from
Mark
California.
Glassman is Canadian.
No, but this David Pedrosa.
Oh, I know David is American.
He's from LA, man.
Yeah, I know.
How you doing, First Boy on the Moon? What an album. What a freaking masterpiece. I've been playing the hell out of this album. This latest album of yours, the album's called Demons, ladies and gentlemen. Producer's going to get a tag, a line. We're going to link it. If you haven't bought this album, you're truly, truly, absolutely missing out. And you gotta lend your support. David, I got a lot of positive comments when I did my little dance along to the lead-off song on the album. Yeah, because I'm grooving on it. I dig the sound.
Do more of the dance, Rachel.
He's so good, Mazzy. Have you got a copy of Demons yourself, man?
I haven't heard it
Get
yet.
the album. Go buy the damn album. You'll love it.
I've been sidetracked. Sorry, the last couple
It's a step above. I'm telling you, man, it's one of the best you're going to hear this year, bar none. Anyway, it's great to have you on board. 4D, your final verdict on the McCartney album is going to be a thumbs up or a thumbs down for you. And it has Paul reached the zenith. Should this be the end? Should he say, hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's a fun show. I've done my bit. I'm going back to Liddy Peel.
I want to ask you what you think of it, Rachel. I don't know what you think.
I haven't heard. You know what? I've got my phone. I got the Cobuzz.
Rachel's not a McCartney fan.
I'm a Lennon, but I'll tell you one thing. I'll give it a listen on the Cobuzz, right? Because it comes complete with the subscription, and I'm going to give it a listen. That's how I'll listen to it
straight through. See what you think.
Yeah, I'll go exactly.
I think there are things you'll like, the things you won't like on it.
I like Paul. Like I like his. The last when I was all Paul, every album by the album, I lost a little bit. Wings of Speed of Sound, Silly Love Songs. I went, that is a silly song, and you're working too hard at it, McQuickly. And then the Broad Street, Give My Regards. I went,
terrible.
that is horrible.
The record's not as bad as the movie. The movie made it worse. But I don't know.
I love Rupert Bear from the Daily Mail in England. The Rupert the Bear with Badger and his little pals. But when Paul went all Rupert Bear, I said, this is for Lennon would not allow for this. This is crazy.
Paul was a big family man, as we all know, right?
Yeah,
and he did these songs like Mary Had a Little Lamb and Rupert the Bear for his
children. Frog Chorus, Richard
they did it for the kids.
You know who you are.
Even they might be giants.
McCartney album. Here's McCartney's greatest. McCartney album. The first one he did is a fantastic. I don't care what you say. It's incomplete. Whatever. I love that album. Ram, boom, Tug of War, 1980.
Wildlife.
82, boom. Wildlife's okay. I don't mind Wildlife. It's not the bad. Band on the Run. Ammonia, Masturbate. The next time. UCLA.
Mammonia. Let's hear it, Maz. Let's hear it for Mammonia.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
California is good.
album.
And Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars are all right.
I'm not a McCartney
Penis
fan,
and
but
Mars.
Ram to me is a good album. I
Those
like
5
Ram.
albums. Go buy those 5 albums. The
Rachel,
Quigley people.
Paul's best album of the last quarter century
Yeah.
is electronic arguments he put out under the name Fireman.
Fireman. All right.
Co-produced with Youth from Killing Joke.
And also he done some stuff with Super Furries.
You get an
Yeah,
echo
that
of
was not. He
McCartney
gave him
one
a
on.
tape, and they did.
You get an echo of McCartney one on this album. You get an echo of Junk on what is it on The Days We Left Behind.
You know, here's the deal. It's 2026. It's really hard to come up with something new. The only guy doing it is Pedrosia, and the reason he's doing it because he's First Boy on the Moon, and that's the album you want to listen to. You also want to go back in time and get into the 90s vibe with Data.
Well, hold it up, Rachel. Hold the fucking record up if you're going to talk about it.
All right. David, have you got a copy of
this
your
is a
old
visual
manual?
medium. Get fucking visual.
I'm going to send the artist himself. He's like, he can get to it quicker.
There you go.
There it is. The incredible Divine. Grayson, the cover on this one.
So is this a transgender?
It'll be whatever you want it to be, Norman Maslow. Okay, use your imagination.
Do people have to shit with it?
Yeah.
Remember when she eats the shit in the movie?
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
Patreon. We're going to have a Patreon coming up this Friday. I'm going to tell you right now. That's a promise. Coming up this week, this Friday is going to be a Patreon. Damn it, we're doing it.
Yeah, that shit she ate was real. And
I know.
After she did that scene, she went to the
Mom will
emergency
be there.
room all freaked out, like, am I going to get sick and die and blah blah blah.
Remember that? I don't know.
You know what? There's so many great songs. The one I love is That a Boy. I love it all, but That a Boy is a real standout for me on this album because of the line where you go, ooh, woo, 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 that a boy. It's such a thing, you know. He was somebody, at a boy, woo, 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 woo. That descending scale is absolutely, oh my God, David, in the pocket. If I'm a back catcher, I'm walking out. This is American baseball for you Euros. You walk out to the mound, you talk to your pitcher, you go, I want it low, we're going to do it. I'll signal for you. And then you throw it in, and I'm right, boom, you throw it, and I'm catching it right in the mitt. It's so freaking good in the pocket. Mazzy, get this album.
Hey, well, I'm going to... Sticker Mania, I agree with you. I have that first 72 first UK press.
There's Patreon. You can $5 a month, America. Support a Canadian.
Or you can become a Mazzy Music member for $3.99.
Become a Mazzy Music member too. Hi,
we got
Charles.
$1 less, but more content.
Okay, so what's the difference between YouTube and Patreon? James, you can become a special pay member where you support financially the efforts of your favorite entertainer. It's like being a guitar player. You know, sing something for us. We need money first.
You think we do this because we
about
enjoy
that,
it,
man.
right, Rachel?
It's a riot, and we have
Right.
so much fun. You and I is made to make $1 million. If you want to see Loki complain, come to my Patreon. I'll tell you that much. Bobby, you're rich. Throw $5 my way. But anyway, the First Boy on the Moon. How is the album sales doing? Please tell me you're doing really good and they're selling like hotcakes.
They're doing great, and the pre-sale just blew me away.
Yeah,
and
good.
I'm getting a lot of repeat fans.
Yes,
and
good.
all the feedback is positive. People love it, and they're even talking about waiting for the next release. So
okay, I got to tell you something. This guy right here, Mark Morris, I've been watching and following his comments. He has been such a huge support for you. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe. I've got more subscribers. I don't have many subscribers. You know, it's not really what about the show is these days. But I got more subscribers than First Boy on the Moon. That's a crime against humanity. I like Trump, for the love of God. What are you thinking? Go out there, support First Boy on the Moon, and help him out. Okay? I want to see a lot of subscribers. This guy deserves thousands of subscribers. Now, Mazzy, what's wrong? What hurt you there?
You said the magic word.
Magic word. I hurt your feeling. Okay, settle down. All right, there you go. So, okay, you see what you done, Bobby. Don't get him going. Don't light him up.
It's on Trump.
First Boy on the First Boy on the Moon. Mr. Stickermania is here. Frank, I hope you like the new McQuigley album. I'm going to list it on the old Cold Buzz. That's how I'm going to get my hit on it. 4D. How are you doing with your record buying these days? Because that's not usual for you to go out and buy an album, to my understanding of your purchasing habits.
But I didn't leave the house to buy it, you understand. I got it from Paul McCartney's website, and the King of
So
England
you
delivered it on
MPL.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there. Mazzy and I have both been down to MPL production. Mazzy actually went to his garbage can, his trash bin, for you in England. He went to the bin, and he went and he stole McCartney's used garbage. Crazy. I don't know.
If that had been Bob Dylan, he would have chased Maz down the street for doing that.
We actually, David and I, when we were at Soho Square that night, we felt like A.J. Weberman, you're talking, who invented garbology. Yeah. It just happened to be garbage night. And, I don't even know where it is, but when we went through the garbage, I told the story when we went down the tube, I guess the Oxford Street station, maybe, those long escalators that seem to go on forever.
Joe, get up here, man. I need Joe Mail.
We each had a garbage bag, and mine broke open on the escalator, and I had gaffer tape from the film canisters, and I'm taping up the thing, but there were a lot of little letters in broken English from Japanese fans that were sent to Paul after.
Yeah, all the way, because Paul is big in Japan.
I don't even know if I still have those. They're just kind of precious.
He's big in Japan.
So Maz, when you hear an album,
you did a review.
Maz, when you hear an album sort of new, like you've just done with Dungeon Lane, you've not heard it often. Normally, in your listening experience, later on, do you ever change your mind much, or is it
absolutely?
Pretty
much, yeah.
Like have you ever turned your mind like completely?
Yeah.
Something. Okay.
Yeah. There are things that I don't like, and the opposite. Something, to me, if you like an album right off, it gets more tiring. I know that's not an absolute, but to me, if you listen to it more, but also. And I mean, there's comments that are fair, like you like it because it's just Paul McCartney or it's just Bruce Springsteen or whoever. You tend to play it more because you like that artist.
Well, if you like the artist, they're putting
you're going to play it as much
in your wheelhouse, the stuff that you love. Like I
think
like
a lot of people. It's funny,
I
have mentioned a lot in my channel wildlife. I bring it up every year, at least once in some case. I did a dedicated video a couple of years ago, and I got a lot of comments between that and the recent one I did yesterday. A lot of people have reevaluated wildlife. Now, it's not the greatest thing. They still like Band on the Run and all that. But a lot of people, like some guy just wrote, he says, I hated that record and I watched your video and I play it now. I love it. I get it now. I love Wildlife. I love Dear Friend. To me, those two songs are two of Paul's most beautiful.
If I don't like something, I generally don't come around and like it. If I don't like something, there's a reason I don't like it, and I don't need any coaxing along. The Beatles, I love right away. I listen to First Boy on the Moon right away.
I know it's
I like
different
it. I
thing,
this is my groove. This works.
But in 1970,
Rachel, dogmatic listening.
But I bought,
I'm gone for
I bought Bitches Brew. I bought Bitches Brew about a month that it came out, and when I brought that home, I didn't fucking get Bitches Brew at all, and I got rid of it. And 3 years later, when I got my record store job, someone's playing. I thought, that's cool. What is that? And then 3 years later, I was mature. I mean, that's the difference between 15 and 18 years old, maybe. But I really liked that. I was more into funk music and Parliament and obviously Sly Stone and stuff. So I understood what Bitches Brew was, but I hated it when I first heard it.
Joe Mayo, get up here. You get a review of the album in
question.
But
it's a sound thing for me.
You're definitely a more flexible listener than I am.
Okay, hold on.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye. See you, boys.
All right, Bobby. We love you. Bobby Gass, the pride of Toronto, Canada. We love you, Bobby. Holy smokes. All right, Raven goes, Raven Robin, I have subbed to First Boy on the Board. Thank you for doing that. Everybody should be subscribed, support independent artists. Ladies and gentlemen, probably the best video you're going to see. I haven't seen it myself yet. The boys, Dungeness Lane. There he is, Dungeon Lane.
It's not Dungeness Crab, Rachel.
Hey, listen here. He's the pride of New York. He's the pride of this.
The boys of Dungeness Crab.
Okay, Joe, you've done a big video, and you're getting the views on this thing, Joe, as you richly deserve. You're the best in the business. Your thought on this album?
Well, I think it's quite a good Paul album. Pretty good, very good. Not just pretty good. I think it's very good. I think some people are calling it at this point already. They think it's one of his greatest. A lot of people going over the deep end. I think.
Whoa.
I wouldn't go that far, but I will say it's one of his best of the 21st century.
Okay, that's high praise.
I just want to say something because Mazzy was here. I was watching a little of him in the comments last night, and I'm going to be doing later on today. I'm going to be doing a live stream, little plug, where I'm going to be with Matthew Street, and we're going to be.
Oh, I love Matthew. What a good guy that guy
from
is.
The least favorite to most, and Mazzy. Lost Horizon will not be near the bottom.
You know, that's the great thing about music and taste. Yeah. And I don't slag anyone except for 4D for liking, you know, a song different than I like it, and I get it. No, sure. I go overboard. You know, with your rants on other things. When it comes to this stuff, I go overboard because I don't mean to make it clickbait, but it's just like. This whole thing about but it's Paul McCartney, we have to like everything, or we have to like every Beatle thing. You and I agree about that. Like if you slag off something, they like not personally, but they attack you. Like really,
ladies and gentlemen, put this in your bookmarks and store it and watch and tune in. Matthew Street is one of the nicest guys, and I'm no kidding. This guy is just gold. I love Matthew Street. He's cool. He's a super guy. I'm a big fan of his. And, you know, he's no Joe Mail, but he's the first to admit it. But then who the hell is?
Joe is the embarrassing.
Best. He's a god amongst men. Even Massey bows at the feet of Joe Beatle Mail because goes, no, it's true, Joe. Own it. You're our guy, man. Damn it.
Well, I like watching all these Beatle channels. I don't consider I'm a big
you toyed with the idea of being Beatle man.
I never wanted to be only a Beatle channel. That's, but I respect the people that do. It's like the people who are metalheads. It's not my thing, but the Beatle thing is my thing. So I watched all the Joes. I watch all of Andrew Dixon, all the groups, Street, and
Matthew's good, man.
The Three Legs guys,
if I didn't like the new album, I'm always the first one. If I didn't like it, I would say, I'm always the first one. I get pulled one direction. What kind of Beatle fan are you? What kind of Paul fan are you? Criticizing him. Then I get the other way. What are you, a sycophant for Paul? You can't win.
You see, Massey goes, you hate McCartney. I don't hate McCartney in any way, shape, or form. The guy's a god. I'm going to shed a tear when the man finally shovels off this mortal coil. But I got to tell you, I mean, the guy is going to be turning, as Massey pointed out, 84 frickin'. The guy's born in 1942. The guy, World War II. Hitler is alive when McCartney is born and toddling around in Liverpool.
That's a good comparison. Okay, here's an interesting thing. We didn't talk about the track with Ringo, where it's a duet, and I really like that track. To me, is just a fun, upbeat Ringo track. I think it's not any more than it isn't, or whatever how you explain it. But I really like it, and it's grown on me. But who would have thought, at 84, 85 years old, that Ringo would hold on to his vocal chops more than Paul. And I like what Paul does with it.
Yeah, but hold on, that's the same thing as
Ringo's a bit too on the nose with that singing.
I'm sure they tweaked a little bit, but he still has.
Ringo,
they should have got him to tone it down a little bit, though.
For the love of God, man, see, you're missing everything. It's like guys like Dylan. We're talking about Dylan and the Canadian guy from Montreal. The Jewish guy. What's his name? Cohen, Leonard Cohen. Those guys was never known for being great vocalists. Right. McCartney was a god vocally. He could do anything. Soaring.
That's why it's so surprising that he's lost
it. When we listen to him, we go, oh my, it's not as good and everything. But so the bar was low. Ringo's bar. Who was the worst singer in the Beatles? Ringo. They weren't going, here we go. We're a popular.
Ringo's range is like this.
Ringo's going to be our lead vocalist.
Used to be like,
Ringo has no range. What was it for cycle?
I do want to talk about the Paul's voice. Can I talk about Paul's voice issue a little bit? Because I've gotten a lot of flack because I'm the first one.
Good on this record.
What did you think of the talking where I see your shadow on the window blinds, two silhouettes on the shade?
Well, I love that song. I'm not wild about the spoken bit, but it doesn't matter because he really goes wild with the rocking voice and the guitars on it. So it makes up for it. But I really like that song. But I'm saying I'm always the guy. I'll say, I just saw him on such a show here and there, and he didn't sound good. And I'll say it because it's true sometimes, live especially. But I always said, on the records, they can work with a little. They obviously worked on his voice a little in some of them. A couple of them, right, Mazzy? They left it alone, like on.
Did they auto-tune him?
I guess I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know.
Where's that Wings of Pegasus kid? That's
the
my
Beatles
fear
did-
for Petrosia.
The Beatles did
The Wings
effects
of
on their
Pegasus
voices in the
instead of
60s anyway.
David's auto-tuned on First Boy.
But Rachel, the Beatles did
Natural.
effects on their voices in the 60s on their records.
Yeah, and look, I don't care what they have to do to help them out a little bit. I mean, my whole thing now is I'm always struggling with it because on one hand, I want to be honest and I want to say if I don't like the voice, but I've gotten to a point where I'm accepting him the way he is now. I enjoyed him in '65. I was only a child, but I enjoyed him in '65. Enjoyed him in '75, '85. Now I'm like, I'm taking the journey with this man.
Wow.
Now, Grandpa
Okay.
Paul. And I accept this is who he is today. You know what I
Here's
mean?
the thing, Joe. We get that, but here's the deal. I'm watching the Who, such as they are with half the band, if they can even be called the Who when you got half the band is deceased. But I digress. Here's the Who. You got Daltrey. He's like 25. He's got the mic. He's whipping the mic around. Won't get fooled.
That's even funnier. I don't know.
And he's whipping around. Now I'm watching McCartney. He's doing this. Or you know what Townsend, and it's like there's the microphone that's traveling from here to here. This is the show. Rock and roll is a young man's game. When these guys are jumping, skipping, flying, rolling, that's rock and roll. Now they're all like the frickin' Archies. You know, there's it's Veronica working the keyboard.
Paul sounds pretty amazing on that song. As you lie there, and also on that other one. Forget the names all right now. The one that goes fast. What's the other one? The fast one. Geez, come inside.
You got to give him credit for being up there, 84 years old, rocking out
for 2.5, 3 hours.
I'm not going to be able to. I can barely do that now. I'm 61. You know. And
you're a child, a mere child.
I don't believe the quality of the music has decreased. I'm to the point now where I wasn't like this a few weeks ago, but now I think Days We Left Behind is a modern day Yesterday or Long and Winding Road. I like it that much now.
Oh, wow.
I think it's going to be a classic in the future, a Paul classic.
I've softened a bit on the Long and Winding Road. It's never been my favorite and everyone I like because I'm a rocker at heart. When Paul would do those ballads, it was my thing. You know, and there's not much of melody to it. It's not really a foot tapper. The long and winding.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I respect it. I like it, but I don't love the Long and Winding Road.
Musically,
it's like the song "Good Night" on the White Album. John Lennon should have done that song, not Ringo. They should have left it with John.
Disagree.
Plus you get 3 bus references in 3 songs on this album as well.
Okay, I'm going. You and your buses. You and your bleeding.
I mean, I'm a Lennon guy mostly. I'm mainly a John guy, but. You know, Ringo, I love how they give him a schmaltzy number or something. That's so sweet, that song.
Oh, I love that they always did that for Ringo. Here's the Ringo song on the album, and the girls loved him.
It's
Ringo
the sing-along pub song.
The American girls loved the frickin' Ringo.
That's where
I'm talking about Good Night. You know, Good Night on the White Album.
Come from.
I like that Ringo.
We all live in a yellow submarine. It's an anthem. It's a pub songy type thing, but it's an anthem.
Yeah, he's screaming on it during that first track, and it's pretty damn good. You know, whatever they had to do to make it
little flyer.
It's funny. I mean, obviously, all of us. You're gonna have 5 different opinions here on anything, and I know a lot of people when I was watching, listening to the live stream yesterday when they were playing it through, and a lot of people are into the rockers. To me, I don't need Paul to be a rocker anymore. It's great that he does it. I'm not against that. I like when he does these intricate guitar and weird instruments, the mellotrons and the celeste and the harpsichord, whatever. And I love how he layers stuff. And there's a lot of that on this album.
There's a lot of good guitar on this.
And on this album, some of the electric
best sounding guitar
some
on
of the
this
electric
album in a long
guitar
time.
does the rocking for him. So his voice doesn't have to do the rocking all the time. His guitar can do that when it's necessary.
And he worked almost 6 years on this album, and he wanted to get a good one. And he has gotten a good one. I think it's gotten pretty much raves across the board, pretty much.
I will say one thing, and I did pre-record part of my review, which won't be up probably till Wednesday. I'm waiting on it because I really want to listen to it more, so I'm probably going to redo it. But one thing that oh God, I just lost my train of thought here.
Take your time. You're with Joe Bale.
Join the club.
It's an age thing. What is
See, I don't feel the need to add the proviso for an 80-odd-year-old man. It's a good album. I think it's an excellent album.
Well, I think it's very good. I think from my opinion.
Oh.
But I do say that too, 4D. I know I'm guilty of doing that. I say for a guy who's about to be 84, that's pretty impressive. I do say that. I find, yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed, but puzzled how this young whippersnapper Andrew Watt, who's this hotshot pop producer, gets to put his fucking name, and I get it, on writing credits and publishing from the Rolling Stones, Pearl Jam, and Paul McCartney. Based on that, George Martin should be on probably a third of the publishing back in the 60s. And
I think I disagreed with Hackney Diamonds with Rachel too. I think I loved Hackney Diamonds. I don't think Rachel liked that one too much.
I was okay. It's not up with the greatest of all the Stones output, right?
I'm genuinely surprised that Rachel hasn't automatically got it. That's kind of shocked me a bit.
No, it's not shocking. It shouldn't be shocking. Massey will tell you.
I'm not surprised because I'm surprised.
Rachel, do you remember when you were first asking me who's my favorite Beatle ages ago?
Yeah,
and I said Paul McCartney, and you were kind of okay with that until I say once I said it used to be John, that was it.
Yeah, that's it. I lost it for you at that point.
A lot of people are like that.
It's always been John Lennon. It's never, the needle has never moved on Lennon. You know why? Because Lennon was absolutely, him and George were the two most honest of the Beatles. I think
that's what I like.
Ringo and Paul, I think they politicize a little bit. They PR it, public relations it. And Lennon says to hang with the PR. And Lennon got in trouble. He's the one that got it with Bigger Than Jesus a long time ago.
Rachel, you'll never understand Paul McCartney unless you get past that PR rap.
There's no way I'm getting past it.
Rachel, you need to spend some of that Patreon money on this.
Okay. Okay. This is a new Lennon.
You're a Lennon fan. Yeah, it's not
Valerian,
John Lennon, and he's not
Les
trying to
Claypool.
There's definitely some Lennon, like his dad. There's some psychedelic, but there's that heavy prog bass playing of Claypool, Les Claypool. This is a fun record and a great package. And I think, if you're a prog...
I saw the one song. I listened to one song, Maz, the one with the comic book that they include there. They did a video with the artwork on that. There's an animated video. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, nice. I listened to Pedrosia's style. I listened to First Boy on the Moon. I'll put it up against that album.
Well, I'm sure. I'm not trying to compare that. Yeah.
I know, but I listen for inspiration in music. I really do. I look for the inspired song. That's why the Beatles are all there. That's why we can all hum the song, because the melodies are, ooh, that a boy. I just love that.
I've got the song Mountaintop.
Thank you, Rachel.
I got the song Mountaintop stuck in my head. I was going out before, and I'm singing the new Paul song on the album. It's the earworm. It's stuck in my head. Paul still got that. Creates earworms.
Mountaintop is the other sidelong reference to Shangri-La, along with
Mountaintop's my favorite song on the album.
Well, who is this guy? He's our friend. He's Trouble. Martin McGrath. Listen, McGrath. Yeah, Lennon has always been my guy, and it's never changed. And I was never a fan of Yoko, like Massey is a big Yoko. I'm not. Joe's pretty good with Yoko. I just, for the most part, Yoko is and it's not but yeah. And I'm not. It doesn't have a good beat, Dick Clark, and I can't dance to it. I'm going to give it a 40. If I'm on Bandstand, I'm going to give the Beatles 95s across the board.
Beatles. I'm the first one to say Beatles Schmeatles. It's over. It's a long time ago. Get the solo Beatles now.
Well, I tell you, man, I mean, when the Beatles broke up, that was a hard lump, and they was never as good independent as they were together as the band. Everything was anointed. Everything was special. There was the Beatles, and then there was everybody else. There was the Beatles.
How can you live up to that? The oldest member was 30 years old when they broke up.
I know.
And you've done all that stuff, and you have the rest of your life, the next 50 plus years.
I know, but here's the genius. The thing is, it reinforces the idea that rock and roll is a young man's game.
But it's amazing how normal they all were. I mean, John Lennon was pretty normal. Obviously, he died way too soon for horrible reasons. He went through a bad drug thing. But aside from that, those four had each other, and they came out more or less unscathed. Maybe they went bouts of depression like Paul talks about now in 1970 and 71 and all that, but they had each other. And so how do you follow that up?
The least funny of the Beatles, I think.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go ahead.
Before we wrap it up. Has anyone in the BC seen Elvis Costello lately because he's coming to Sweden, and I'm going to see him on Friday. Elvis Costello and the
Get Edwin,
Imposters.
the Pretty Green Vinyl guy here.
I haven't.
And
I
I haven't seen him since 1979 at Long Beach Arena. And
I haven't
okay,
seen
David, I'm going to get you the Instagram for Pretty Green Vinyl Guy. The producer's on it. You got to go to this Instagram. I know you're on there. First Boy on the Moon. Ladies and gentlemen, again, buy this damn album.
You know,
and here's the thing. Go in contact with Edwin. Tell him Rachel sent you. I was on Rachel's show, blah, blah, blah. I'm an artist, blah, blah.
Edwin.
And
Rachel,
yeah, Edwin is his name, Pretty Green.
Rachel, I hate
and
to
you can message him.
I
Go
hate
ahead,
to want to smack and punch out any of your peanut gallery.
Okay, who are you going to take it
There are
out on?
exceptions occasionally. This, and close your ears, Joe, because I always feel dirty when I swear around you for some reason.
Okay, be careful.
I would like to punch the fucking eyes out of Spring Hill, because
hold on, that's my protege.
Every time I'm on here, he mentions this. The same shit every time. Let's be frank, Mazzy. If Sean Ono wasn't John's son, he'd be playing in his local boozer of 6 people. But he is. And
yeah, what does it matter anyway?
It doesn't matter. And so everybody is somebody's son. And yes, I got into him because of that, but I've seen him 4 times live with the various configurations. Every time was brilliant. And I've seen some, when I saw him, he was better than the one time that I saw the Smiths, a band I love, and they were terrible that one show in Oakland.
Okay, so, David, check the private chat.
It doesn't matter, but you bring this shit up every fucking time you
I like how you get
British schizo.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, our good friend Greg. Final round.
I love you, Stu. I love you. Thank you guys very much. Good night, everybody.
Okay, David Perdome's First Boy on the Moon is very late. He's in Fiji, for the love of God.
See, I just turned off.
Sweden in the gold medal hockey game.
I just turned off one of your guests here. I'm sorry.
Say hi to all the Swedish kids. Jens are okay. Audios connectivity. Well, everybody's a little different with what they bring to the thing. Remember, David is up against professional. He's up against some of the biggest live streamers going within the genre of music. Rick Beato cannot hold a candle to Joe Mayo or Norman Masloff. We all know that, but he's good at what he does at his level. Okay, let's
I want to say, a lot of people say things like that. I listen to some Yoko. I like the Yoko stuff when some of the ones where she sings on it and doesn't just yell. Although sometimes I like a little of the yelling, like in We're All Water or something. I like it.
Yeah.
But anyway, you wouldn't be listening to her if she wasn't married to John. You're probably 100% right. I wouldn't even know about her.
You wouldn't know about her. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, because however it happened, I found some of her stuff through the John connection, and I'm glad I did. Same with Julian or Sean. I probably wouldn't even care if they weren't part of the Beatles thing, but whatever the reason is, I don't judge the music based on that.
No, and neither should you. I mean, it's the whole thing. They call it what do they call it? Nepo kids, because
that's the big thing now. But some, like actors too, some child, look at Michael Douglas, wouldn't have got there if it wasn't for Kirk Douglas, and Michael Douglas became a really fine actor.
So I can't enjoy Fatal Attraction then,
right? But there are a lot of actors of kids that are terrible, so you never know. It just depends, By
the way, this isn't for me. I'm not knocking Spring Hill Jim, by the way. He's got a channel that's got some movie stuff on it, and
he's a smart boy.
He knows a lot.
My protege.
He knows a lot, but it's
This is a young protege. Let's not cast aspersions.
Every time I'm on here, he asks me that same question. So.
He gets to you.
They tend to focus. They get all myopic. Okay, we know that term. Hey, Loki, Loki's got to be some sort of are you a kind of a Bengali kind of English person now, or Irish? Loki came from somewhere in the world, and he ended up on the fabled Isles of England and the storied Isles of Great Britain. He's somewhere over there, 4D. I know he is.
The one song that is about Paul McCartney's mum and dad, which is Salesman Saint.
Oh, right.
There might be some people who are wondering about the lyrics. Living on the edge of the city when the roads were going in. What that means is that Paul and George lived in Speke so early because of the expansion from Liverpool city centre and onto the outskirts, they hadn't even built the roads. So they built the houses and occupied them before they actually put the roads in, believe it or not. So that's what he means about when the roads were going in. If you don't know this stuff, I think, how are you going to fucking relate to these songs? How are you going to dig deeper?
As I said earlier, I will probably dive into the lyrics more over the next few weeks. But first, it's the music for me, the vibe, the feel. And that's what I liked about Salesman Saint. And it was weird. And I like that it was weird that all of a sudden, after the very beginning, you have that like Spanish trumpet, you know, which I loved. And then it went in that weird modern jazz, big band kind of.
Yeah, that's
it was opposite than the music Paul was playing. But that was the great part about it.
Try to run a family show.
A great brass arrangement, which is very unusual.
Yeah, which is a nod. It's a nod to his father, obviously, because his father was in the 1920s. But it's also Paul's own inspiration. That's his own heritage. It's a nod to as well.
Yeah,
it's beautifully haunting that arrangement.
Yeah, I liked it.
I think it's natural as we get older to look back on when we're younger in the prime and all that. So Paul has a natural love, and I respect that.
There's more to it than that, Rachel. Philosophically, there's more to it than nostalgia.
All right.
My ever-present past. If you think about that song from Memory Almost Full, my ever-present past. Just think about
At least that's musically fun.
How can your past be ever-present? My ever-present past. If you can work that one out, you've worked out this album too.
Well, because you can't escape your past. You're the sum of all your experiences.
Well, you'll see on my show where I wind up ranking Salesman Saint. You never know.
Ricks, this has always been family friendly, for fuck's sake. Let's get real with it.
I got a question for Joe. So,
okay,
Joe,
question for Joe.
How deep in the hole have you gotten with the variants?
Oh no, well I don't expect people to watch all my videos, but I've gone on record as I'm getting 2 colored vinyl out of 15.
Okay,
I've said I'm done going crazy, and I am.
I got 4 only because my McCartney. I ordered the faux test pressing. I don't know why I did, but I wanted the gatefold, so I ordered the gatefold.
I got the gatefold, yeah,
and they're on the way. I won't get them till Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's another thing.
I know we agree on that. They should ship these like 3 days before, so you get them on release day.
Yeah.
But I went to my local and I bought it because I wanted it. And I don't know why, because I think it's an ugly cover. I did order the Amoeba version. Maybe because
I didn't like the cover either. Yeah.
Wow. This is what killed the comic book industry in the 90s. They call them alternative covers. And Joe knows a little bit about this. And of course, 4D will too. They came up with what are called variant covers. So then people go, and it was such a money cash grab thing that people just said, this is too much. And it exhausted the buying public.
But think about it.
It went into a massive.
I know what Mazzy's going to say.
Yeah, but
you know what Mazzy's going to say, but I got to go ahead.
Just pick a color like you would a car color or a refrigerator or a paint wall color. Pick one color. That's all you need.
I've always said that, and I agree. However, what I didn't like this time, which I made known in my video, was that rather than give you 15 colors up front and saying choose one,
exactly,
they put it out one at a time. You think this is I like that one, I'll get this one. Then a week from now, I like that better, but I already ordered it. And then another one. Put them all out in the front, first.
Well, they wouldn't sell as many then. That's why.
No, I know.
All right. We got a question for our beloved 4D. This comes direct from Yorkshire. My beloved protege, Spring Hill Chub, a.k.a. Archie. He goes, hey, 4D, do you think George Martin's work with Bernard Cribbins was the crowning achievement of his career?
Who's Bernard Cribbins?
I don't even know who he is. I'm laughing at the question.
Let 4D handle it.
Bernard Cribbins did a film that was shot on location just a few streets from where I am now. But all I can think of in relation to George Martin is Right Said Fred. But I'm sure he's done more than that.
Right Said Fred. Was George Martin involved with Right Said Fred?
Hit single, yeah.
Really?
I know he did America. I thought George Martin's work with the band America was really good.
With America?
America. I would have heard of George Martin if it wasn't for the Beatles.
I've been through the desert with a horse with no name.
Yeah, those guys, George Martin produced that.
After the first album, not the first album.
Not the first
and their first album is their best album as far as I'm concerned.
Well,
man knew the Eagles came to Abbey Road to do Desperado, didn't they?
Quinn Johns produced Abbey Road. So, yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, everybody. We are so thrilled to have 4D with us. Mazzy, Norman Maslow, legend, and my personal favorite cousin of all time. And Joe Mail, the #1 Beatles channel, later today, ladies and gentlemen. And also, I got to shout out Matthew Street. Please subscribe to Matthew Street. He's incredible. I love him. Such a nice guy.
Matthew
Mazzy,
and
yeah,
Son, the work's never done. There's always something new.
His fantastic voice today. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to bronze medal winners, World Hockey. Norway defeating Canada in overtime. It was knockdown, drag out. Congratulations, Norwegie. Canada, you could have been somebody. But Mas, have you ever had any dealings with Matthew Street? Have you ever done a team up or had him on the show?
I mean, we've shared comments on things, but I've never done a collaborations with him. No.
Well, you should, because he's one of the best. And Joe and Matthew are going to be teaming up. So everybody, if you're a Beatles fan, this is absolutely
the only problem I have with Matthew Street, I think it's time for him to update his name, change his channel name, and do Dungeon Lane now instead of Matthew Street.
Dungeon Lane.
He's got to get with the times, Matthew. If you're watching.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm joking. If anyone gets pissed, I'm joking.
He's like that. He's a joker. We've got our good friend Scotty in the thing. Scotty with some health challenges of late, and we just love him. And we had him on last week, and we got him all fired up. We don't want him fired up, but we do want him all happy, and it's so good to see him. And AGK, Vinyl Life, controversial at times, but universally loved. We're so happy to have him on board. And Scott goes, "Hey, Joe, how do you handle the ever-increasing popularity and your amazing fan base? It's almost like a mania for you. Joe, it's Mayo mania. And people go nuts for the Mayo. It's the Mayo touch."
Some do, but some people got way more subs than I got. So,
I don't think it's all about that, though, Joe. I don't think it's all about that.
Do you have every cover of the song, Hey Joe?
Maybe. Let's see, Hendrix, Cher. I think I have Cher.
You got good energy. What's the energy level like?
I might have 2. I don't know about any others.
My son's name is Joseph. That's why.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Joseph's a fine name. If you're a Catholic, most Catholics I know, if you're a guy and you're Catholic, you're going to be a Joseph. Yeah, you're going to be a Joseph. Well, it's very popular among the Catholics. I don't know about the Jewish community. I think Hiram is probably
in Jewish tradition, you name someone after someone who's died. And so my mother, we called her Jean. Her name was Jean with a J. Yeah. So we used the J.
So was mine. So is mine.
Oh, yeah, there we go. So her real name was Regina, but I didn't, I got teased because, your mother's name rhymes with vagina, Regina type of thing.
Oh my goodness.
We don't want that kind of talk.
It was Jean. So we took the J and it was John or Joseph but Joe just seemed the great,
It's a great name. We love the name Joseph. And here we go. My own father was a Louis Joseph Lee was the name, Louis Joseph Lee. But anyway, after listening to Joe's review about Boys of Dungeon Lane, I have ordered the blue vinyl and I can't wait to get it. This is our own beloved Johnny L. Johnny L.
Hey, not for nothing, Mazzy, I was thinking too about the colored vinyl. Like, I know some people were saying, I'm waiting for the blue, right? Then we got a splatter blue. So people ordered that, not knowing there'd be a blue, solid blue after that.
I will be honest. I haven't watched any of the reviews yet, yours or any of them, because I want to wait before I'm going to do mine. I don't want to be tainted or influenced. Yeah. But I did watch Tone's thing because he was showing all the colors, right? And I just wanted to see that, but I haven't watched the reviews.
Who did the video with all the colors?
Tone.
Tone
in the UK. Tone.
Holy smokes. Beatle Tones.
Yeah.
So he bought them all?
He had 7 or 8 of them so for.
He's a good guy. He's my favorite.
I met him in Chicago. Great guy. I met him and his wife, Mrs. Beatle Tone. And
I'm still looking forward to meeting him one day. I haven't met him yet.
I like him.
He was up to 2 or 3 in the morning on that live stream yesterday.
Oh yeah. Well, there was one thing, Tone. I love you, that, but
okay, let's this is Joe.
I love you, Tone. Tone, and we, he's been on many shows of mine,
Yeah.
But he has a thing where, like, well, some YouTubers, they don't give the album long enough. When they want to get the views, so they get a review up early.
Yeah,
instead of
that's true.
letting it sink in a little bit.
Let it
Hold on a minute,
cook.
Wax.
Let it bake a bit.
And I get, I don't care how many days it is. If I listen to it 6 times, and I think I got it,
Yeah.
I'll put a review up then. It's not
Yeah.
to me. It's not about the days. It's
No,
about
I
the
agree. I
listens.
agree. I think I just want to listen to it. Maybe I just want to wait because right now everyone's posting them.
Oh, no,
so
I
I'm
get
gonna
it.
wait.
I get it. But
I like both. I like Joe's careful sort of detachment so that he doesn't buy into the hype. But I also like Beatley Tone's full-on emotional response.
And I like
Even
Andrew Dixon's.
even with his full-on emotion, he was still able to recognize in the single. He was able to recognize just shades of. I can't remember who the band are, but they sang "Wouldn't it be nice to get on with me neighbours?" That song.
That's
and you hear,
the Small Faces.
What a horrible voice.
yeah.
That's
So you
from
hear
Ogden's
you hear echoes of
Nut
that in the single.
From Ogden Nutgone. Yeah.
how long you supposed to? How long you supposed to wait? That's another thing. You got to do it somewhat in a timely fashion. I mean, Rolling Stone doesn't wait 7 months to put out an.
Well, they get it. They get an advance copy.
Well, they get an advance. Fair enough.
Rob, as Batman once said to Robin, 2 hands on the Batwheel, chum.
It frankly is, and this is not. It's someone in the audience like Spring Hill's going to jump on me for saying this, but it's surprising out of that the McCartney camp, like the Lennon, doesn't send some of us YouTubers records like a week or two up front. Give us, just to kind of or a week.
They did it. Only once they did that for me. I don't know why.
I got the bag of dice. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Rachel, I came in late.
Yeah, Rob, what's going on? Where are you on your way to at this point?
Wants to talk about the McCartney album.
No, I'm going to Orange County Record Show.
Are you driving in the UK?
Has Spring Hill Jim been posting people he wants to jump on?
Holy smokes, Rob. Archie, as you know, is my protege. He's a good boy. He's very intelligent. And we would say, and 4D and Joe will back me up, Archie is what we call gifted, Rob. Gifted. And that's so important in this day and age, the inspiration of young people. And Rob, these young people like Archie look up to you, you wizened old record hounds. They know what to look for in records, but they need guidance, and that's where
Rob in the passenger.
Is here to help you.
Rob, are you in the passenger seat?
I hope so.
No, I'm driving.
Well, you're on the.
Look at him go.
Well, okay, Rob. You know what Rob didn't tell Rachel? Someone sideswiped his car yesterday.
What?
Would you have to say everything? What? Now let me tell everybody all the stuff Matthew has to talk about.
Well, it's not your fault. It wasn't your fault.
Rob, are you okay? You got sideswiped.
We're going to start a GoFundMe.
Someone was not paying attention and drove into me.
Oh no!
Whoa.
In Los Angeles.
Rachel,
yeah.
I think it's William. He's loose in L.A.
Is William on the road in L.A.? We love you, William. Holy smoke! So many great, what are known as outcasts, and yet we've seemed to corral them and bring them all in as part of the family, and it's a great thing to see.
Rachel, can we have a contest where you name these groups of guys?
Yeah, we sure can, Rob. Leather Boys is right up near the top today, I'll tell you that much. Boy, oh boy. Barry's here all the way from Newcastle. We love you, Barry. Holy smokes.
Hey, what does Barry think of the new McCartney record?
Barry, did you like the new McQuiggly? Beatle #1 in Sweden.
I don't know if anyone's made the comparison, but I've heard the new Stones song.
Oh.
And that sounds better than what I've heard from the McCartney album.
You know, I like that song. I think I compared it to the Stones doing a Beach Boys song. That part is very Beach Boy-esque. And I just saw an interview today. They did that that BBC Two thing, and they mentioned that Ron Wood says when they were in the studios when they heard Brian Wilson died. So I wonder if that Beach Boys sound was in.
Could have been a tribute.
Rachel, based on Mazzy's response to what I just said, can someone please sideswipe him?
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of sideswiping, wow, it's unbelievable. The same thing happened to my daughter yesterday. It looks like her car is written off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it sounds like
Barry, that was your daughter who hit me?
Your daughter hit Rob.
As long as she's okay.
She's okay.
Rachel,
Otherwise, we would. Yeah, I don't think he'd be. Wow.
The person who did it was not a bad person. We exchanged information, and that day, that shows you the industry and how it works. That day, the person from his insurance called me and squared everything away.
I'm going to tell you something about what happened there. Was a little old lady from Pasadena.
You know what's
there in LA? It could have been a little old lady from Pasadena.
What's messed up is that I saw your side. Is it your side panel that was, or your door or something that was sideswiped? That's like $5,000 probably.
$5,000, and the people that got to pay for it, insurance premiums are going to go up for everybody now.
Rachel, you know me; I'm not into the politics, but do you think I should spray paint "fuck Karen Bass" on the side?
Holy smokes, Rob! You know, I would. Others wouldn't, but I would. All right, 4D, this is a great question. Rachel, what do you think of Boys of Dungeon Lane? I'm going to defer to Mazzy and to Joe and to 4D because these guys have heard the album in its entirety, and they're giving rave reviews. They're saying, we'll all due attention to Paul's age, notwithstanding, it's a great album by anyone's standard.
Joe, did you yesterday on the live stream? They asked to put a number like a 1 to 10. Did you do? What did you put?
Yeah, I gave it an 8.
That's what I gave it. I gave it an 8.
Ooh,
how about you?
That's high marks.
1 to 10. 10 being the
Rachel,
highest.
Yeah, Rob.
I question to do a full correct review of the album.
Listen to this.
Aren't you supposed to play it backwards?
Play it backwards because of Beatle messaging.
Hey,
John
4D,
is
are you
dead.
listening?
If you play it back, it says John is dead.
Can you rank
And
it
I
1
hear
to 10
George
yet?
is
Give it
two.
a number.
I find those questions really boring, Maz. I'd just say it's the best album.
It's for fun. It's for entertainment.
It's the best album he's done since.
I find your smoky incense rather boring.
I think Memory Almost Full is the best solo album McCartney ever did, and it ranks with the Plastic Ono Band album.
Which one? Which one?
Memory Almost Full.
Memory Almost Full.
And this is the best album.
Sorry.
I think
let's go to Joe, then we'll go to Rob.
So for solo Beatle albums, it's Plastic Ono Band and Memory Almost Full tying first by a mile.
Wow. Okay, Rob, I want you look at you're just getting your blood pressure going on this show. It's no good for you.
Hold on.
All right.
Rachel, here's another way to up my blood pressure. The person sitting behind me is up my blood pressure. Do you know who it is?
Is it someone's behind? Is it Chauncey?
Listen,
Chauncey, you son of a bitch.
Chauncey,
I got a question here. Okay,
get Chauncey to look at this film
AGK.
Letter to Brezhnev.
Chauncey, you're all love.
Chauncey Phillips?
Very rare, very expensive.
Hey, Chauncey, we love you, Chauncey. I knew it was going to be Chauncey.
Rachel, I got a comment here for AGK and anyone else. When people say, I want to hear more.
I know Piper.
Anybody can listen to the record for free, so go listen to it on YouTube.
I know Piper.
You can listen to it.
You can listen to everything nowadays.
You don't have to buy it and say.
Piper.
It sounds a lot better on physical media, though. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it does. It does. But at least you can get an idea what it's.
I was going to say before. I thought it was best for me. Probably his best since 2013's New, but I still think it's one of his best. The 21st Century. His new album. I wouldn't call it great, though. I say very good.
Can you do a ranking of McCartney's top 5 albums? I did mine earlier.
I did. But 4D, to me, Memory Almost Full and Chaos, 2 years apart, or isn't it 2 or 3 years apart?
Yeah.
I think they could have been together one perfect record, the best of each one.
But they're very different.
Yeah, but there's something about both those records that to me seem like brother-sister records.
Well, they are. They are. So, some are throwouts that weren't
right. So I think you can take the best of both and make the perfect record.
I think you've got Memory Almost Full as the best of both.
Ooh.
I think
it turns out it wasn't Chauncey.
Go another year or two, and Electric Arguments is the best of all of them.
Although I like Chaos and Creation in the Backyard quite a bit because it's very introspective and it's serious, I give this the nod over that because to me this is also like Chaos and Creation, but a little pop, a little more rock.
But with Jenny Wren, that's the best song he's done in 30 years.
That's a great song.
Wow,
But I put Days We Left Behind.
There's a lot of philosophy in this album, and if you don't get the philosophy, you're only getting the half of it.
What do you think the philosophy is? What's the main
I just fucking
mushrooms.
I just spent a lot of time explaining.
Hold on, for
sometimes a banana is just a banana.
Yeah. Oh, you know I love you so. Yeah, it's great. It's really.
I got Vinyl Piper here. Go ahead, Rob.
I love you, don't you know?
For the group. What's the most desirable variant that people are getting?
Okay, great question. So there's 15 variants of this particular album, and unless you're Beatles Beatles channel, you're not going to have them all. What is the one most desired variant?
I have the answer for that. It depends what you want, though, if anything, Wax. But the silver one is the most sought after and rare. If you're ever thinking of maybe making a little cash off it.
It's like a gold Pikachu, Rob.
Well, I think the ghost of John Lennon intervened yesterday because I got hit when I was on my way to Amoeba, who has a variant with their own logo on the cover.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's not rare. The silver one at the listening party is a rare one. Joe's right about that. My favorite one, and I don't even have it in hand yet, is the gatefold with the white on white cover. I think that's beautiful. It's minimal. It's not as.
I didn't ask Rob. Rob, have you bought it yet? The album?
No.
Are you
going to buy it? He's not going to buy it.
You're going to buy it? Okay.
Until Sonny Rollins does a cover of it, he's not.
He just passed.
I have the last one.
Right.
You know, I got that.
This is better than the last one. I liked McCartney 3, but that one's kind of went down for me a little bit recently.
Yeah, me too. I like Egypt Station actually.
Yeah.
Egypt Station, holy smokes. I
think Egypt Station has one of the best cover arts of all his records.
Yeah, nice.
Oh man, I got to give it a listen over on. I'll just stream it digitally. We'll see where we go. That's what I was getting at, Mass. Listen to something on a streaming platform compared to vinyl is a big difference because here in Canada, they want like close to $80 for the album.
Well, I understand that, but at least you get an idea if you like it. But you need to give it time. I agree with that.
If you stream it, Rachel, are you able to put that through those speakers and everything that you've got?
Right through these beauty speakers.
Oh, you can. Okay. You can stream in that case, I'd be really interested to hear what you think when you've seen it.
I'll listen to it high res. I got a DAC. I got a Nate, which it's like it's a fairly pricey
enormous speakers. I mean, we can't see them because of the bucket lens, but there's some really fancy speakers behind.
He's got those Harbeth speakers.
There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go. That's going to be pumping up McQuigley later today.
Bigger than my house.
Yeah, they are great. They're the H5 Deluxe Plus speaker version. They're the second from the top of what the Harbeth. Great. My whole system is Brit, by the way. I got British gear all the way through. I love England, and so therefore I go with music and the Beatles, everything England.
Rachel?
Rob, go ahead. You got a comment? Chris, we love you back there.
Your system's all British? Does it have bad dental work too?
Rob, that is hurtful. The British, you know what? The thing is, you're be lucky it don't have teeth.
The only jealousy I have so far on this YouTube McCartney rollout and everything, and it's jealousy in the best possible way.
All right.
Is Andrew Dixon got to go to the listening party with Paul McCartney at Abbey Road Studios.
Okay, Andrew Dixon with Sir Paul.
Paul was there with a group of, 50 people, whatever. I don't know how many people, maybe more.
See, in the vinyl community.
In the studio, too.
Yeah, of the Beatle channels in the vinyl community, who is most likely to become knighted? Will it be Sir Andrew or will it be Sir Beatley Toad?
Probably knighted would be Andrew. Andrew seems like the guy that would be knighted.
Wouldn't it be a surprise if they made Invisible Ray
Simon
a count of some sort, a baronet? We'll give a baronet
or Sir Ian of top 10 list.
Is Mr. Stickermania a Beatles guy?
Yeah,
Stickermania is a Beatles guy.
What are you? Does the Pope shit in the woods?
I'm just trying to. I thought for some chance he might be an Elvis dude. No.
All right. Our good friend Renee's got a copy. He paid $45 for his bequickly plus the tax, Canadian dollars, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, they're up there these days.
Question,
In
Renee,
London.
did you get the pea yellow variant?
Oh yeah, Madam Sin. Madam Sin. He's the wife's already an OBE or something, so he's the most likely to get the knighthood. Mazzy, you had to settle for Rob Walker. Sad story. Rob Walker, we love Rob. I haven't seen him for a while, but we do love him. Okay. Frank sells Beatles media and vinyl. Rob, I guess he must be. Okay, Rob, the Sticker Mania is a big Beatle guy.
Listen, I'm joking. None of the people here are mentioning Sticker Mania. I put his name in there.
He's American, you son of a bitch. There's no way they can knight him. He's only liable for the People's Choice Award, which he's going to win.
The philosophy is about the nature of time, about what time is. So that's your inroad. So that's why I'm interested to hear what Rachel says.
Contemplations on the meaning of time.
About what time is, yeah. So while you're looking, while you're going big, Rachel, let me
okay, hang on. Here we go. Brezhnev is here.
1985 poster, Maggie Clark. But the reason why this poster is quite rare and expensive is because it was designed by Jamie
Fuller.
No,
I want to say Fuller.
Who's the artist who designed a lot of the Sex Pistols covers and flyers and things?
Pistols.
Jamie, come on, man. Who was it? Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie Gassi.
Jamie, come on,
Jamie
guys.
Gassi.
Jamie Reed. Jamie Reed. Okay, so
Jamie Reed.
Hey,
you can't see it very well.
We love you.
If you look underneath, you can see the Liverpool skyline with the three Graces at the bottom there.
Hey,
angle.
But because
poster, one of the
because it's also a Russian theme, it's like Moscow's skyline is superimposed over the three Graces.
Commie, huh?
So that's what I think maybe Jamie Reed was, because he designed the poster.
He did the poster, Mouse.
Rachel, is that poster one of the variants that has Brezhnev's eyebrow hair on it?
If you go large again, Rachel, probably a lot of Americans won't know who Margie Clark is, because Margie Clark was the leading lady.
Yes.
If you go large, you can't see it because I'm there. So that's Margie Clark. So Margie and I once very nearly walked from Liverpool to Manchester because she wanted to follow the Ship Canal route all the way from Liverpool to Manchester. But I'm afraid
has she got Mancunian roots?
No, she's a Scouser. So I ducked out, I'm afraid. The idea of walking from Liverpool to Manchester.
How far is that?
Well, you can't measure it as the crow flies, because the Ship Canal.
Why? How long would it take to walk it?
I think for me it would take days.
All right, hang on.
I ducked out.
Just take the boost. Take a boost. Here we go. Hang on.
Here we go. Rob Walker's submarine.
This is a question. This is finally we've got somebody putting their thinking cap on in the peanut gallery. This is a great question. Hey, if Paul had written one of the songs on the new album during the Beatles era, and this is going to be 4D and also for Maz to answer, which track do you think John would have pushed him to change it? And how would he have said? Come on, Paul. Yeah. Okay, you're on that, Joe.
Life can be hard, maybe.
Life can be hard.
It's a little, schmaltzy, old timey kind of thing.
Oh, do you think Lennon would have added some edge to it?
I just think that Lennon might have told. If I have to pick one, it would be that one. What about you, Mazzy?
Okay, Maz. One song.
I think Paul, John. He might have been critical, but I think he gave Paul a pass every few years to do one of those.
So glad Chris is in the back.
Ballroom shots.
There's some comfort in the fact that Piper's in the back.
Maybe Lost Horizon.
I love Lost Horizon.
Lost Horizon. John Lennon would have helped.
Man. Okay, first of all, John would have said. Wait,
Maz, has all my singing been in vain? I showed you the Burt Bacharach album.
I got it. We got it.
That doesn't make any difference.
No, John would have said.
That doesn't make any difference, Maz.
Okay, no, John would have said. We'll see. As you lie there, John would have said, "Okay, I'll give you that, Paul, but I'm doing the spoken word intro, not you."
Yeah.
I'm doing the spoken word.
Guys,
intro.
I'm having a great time, but I got to get ready for the show. So,
oh, you got a big show later today. Joe, what time, New York time, does it go?
It's 1 p.m. Eastern.
1 Eastern, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Mayo and our good friend Matthew Street, those two guys teaming up. Are you doing a special on the new McCartney album, Joe? Is that the focus?
Yeah, we're doing a ranking. We're going to try to rank the 14 songs from the least favorite to our most favorite. With people in the audience can give their comments.
Yeah, everybody, please support. This is our guy, Joe. I love you. You know that. I'm a huge fan. Thanks. And send our love to Danny. We love Danny. Holy smoke, what a team! All right, Joe Mayo, everybody. He's got to go. He's got to.
4D man, I'll see you soon. 4D. I hope.
See you tomorrow.
4D, get over there for that show too. Holy smoke! You know what? We're going to wrap up in about 5 minutes. I feel like doing a 2.5 for today. 4D, you had a strong showing today. Which song do you think Lennon would have looked in on with this album and said, this needs a little tweaking, Paul?
I'm just not fast enough to answer that, Rachel. You have to give me 24 hours to answer that.
It takes a while because you are a reflector. You're highly introspective. You ponder. Why are we like this? What has happened to us as a family? We're all sardines here. Hey, by the way, I eat sardines, boys and girls. Did you know, Mazzy, we are facing a world shortage in sardines? You cannot get a sardine in a can of water up here in the Great White North. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I buy the ones in olive oil.
Yeah, we go for the water. You can't even get them up here. You can only get them in soya.
I get them at Trader Joe's.
Nobody wants soya. There's too much Trader Joe's. We need Trader Joy up here, Joe. Holy smokes. Okay. I think the only place Lennon has on this album is as a memory, although there's an attempt to bring some Lennon-McCartney vibe on some of the moments. This is our friend Bruno with the comment on that one. What do you think about that, 4D? If Lennon's to be found, you'd be the one to find him.
I think if I can show you.
Well, Mountaintop.
It's not going to show up. Can you see any of these doodles?
Okay, ankle.
You probably can't. Hang on.
They're small, but they're there. There are doodles.
Can you see it anyway, even in person?
Up at the top right, there was a doodle.
Wait, let me. Yeah, there. Can you see that?
Right. Yeah, I see the doodle. It's a circular doodle, Camden.
Underneath, you see the wavy lines?
Yeah, see them. Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what those wavy lines are doing, Paul McCartney's thinking while he's writing on the margin, and what he's writing is an imaginary letter to somebody. And if you read at the bottom, it says "as always." That's the only thing you can read, which is how he signs off.
Here's another clue for you all.
As always. So if you couple that with the word forever and look for those words through the lyrics in this lyric sheet, I mean, otherwise, what's the fucking point in having it? If you're not going to read the lyrics and have a little think about them, what's the point? What's the point in putting that in?
Eddie, we need about 36 cases of sardines up here. Send them, ship them up. We're looking for sardines. All right. 40, have you seen the film Life at the Top? It's a sequel to John Brayne's Room at the Top.
Yes, on a Blackman.
Honor Blackman, incredible.
1965, yeah.
Pussy Galore. Honor Blackman, Pussy Galore, and also the first of John Steed's Femme Fatale co-patriots with the Avengers in England for the Avengers, bloody hell. And there's a sub for Scotty. Scotty needs 36. We got 36. Do we have 36 people? Whatever we got watching, go over there and support Scotty. Sub him up. He's incredible. We love him.
I mean, you're the genealogist. You're the genealogist, Rachel.
Yes, I am.
So you think deeply about the past in a certain way. So I'm going to be interested to hear what you say about the album when you.
I'll give it. Honest to God, I swear to God, I'm going to listen to the album in its entirety, and I'm going to listen to it on the Cobuzz variant.
Yeah. So, and meanwhile, you're looking for Maz's father and my grandfather. So,
Daddy,
all right,
come home.
Yeah, we're working on. Hey, 4D, you've got some. There's some hope for you. We need a little help from our friends because you got some really close matches, and they're coming in on the right line. So we know kind of what we're dealing with there. You know, it's very important. Oh, by the way, heartbreak. There is no way in hell you're ever going to be Jewish. There's just no Jew in you. That
Okay.
belongs to the gentleman to my immediate
20, I'm a
right.
25%er.
So
Jewish by
Mazzy's
blood.
father and my grandfather are not related then.
There's no relation. Mazzy, otherwise, no.
25% by blood.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And Mazzy, if you're related through Mazzy's dad, then there's a chance because Mazzy and I connect through his dad.
I
You
did
might have a
look
little
and
Jew in you.
I did look and I saw what you did, Rachel, and I appreciate it. Although I don't understand it. I can just about understand when you say first cousin and once removed. I think I understand that now. I understand that concept, but that's as far as my understanding is able to go in all of this.
Yeah, because of the remove thing. It's like if so for those that don't know in genealogy terms, like if Mazzy's my cousin, and say 4D, if you were lucky enough to be Mazzy's little Joseph, then you would be my first cousin. Mazzy is my first cousin, but you're a generation removed from Mazzy. You're a younger generation. So you are my first cousin. You're still first cousin through Mazzy, but you're one time removed from me. You're the
It's kind of
generation
like a
removed.
record that's not a one step.
Well,
It's a two-step.
you know that email I sent to you, Rachel, it actually wasn't a joke. You know when I thought that I was related to what?
Oh, yeah, because I put that. Yeah,
something bold. Was it?
it's like Helvetica bold and Georgia bold.
Yeah, Georgia Bold. So it turns out that Georgia Bold is actually a font name. And when it came, because and so that's in replace because we haven't got a photograph or a name yet of a person. I thought Georgia Bold was the name, and I was related to Georgia Bold.
What that was 4D? I took one of your genetic matches. I did a few genetic tie-ins for you. And so we know how they're related to you because we're looking at a specific line. We're not focused all over the tree. It's a very focused tree that we got for you. And we're not done with it yet. There's a lot going on. But
it shows you how naive I am to think that for a moment there, I actually thought I was related to a font.
Georgia Bold. But
You know
why I did that? Because there's a specific font and I created for the graphic. And so if I have to recreate that graphic or use another variant of it, I'll always know what to reference in terms of the font that I used to create the genetic number because they share so many centimorgans with you. That's what's going on there. Well, Mazzy, 25%.
Even though that I'm 25% Jewish by blood and birth, from 3 days old or 2 days old when they got me, when I was adopted, I was brought up Jewish my entire life. And all the Jewish holidays.
Proudly circumcised, Mazzy. You're clean cut.
Yeah, my great grandparents, Orthodox Jews.
You were lucky enough to rendezvous with some of your. I can't remember one of your videos from way back where you rendezvoused. Was it your half brother that you rendezvoused with?
Was it 7 years ago?
I remember that.
I found out through Ancestry DNA.
Right.
I found out who my half brother is, and I found out who my real mother was.
It's great stuff.
Died about a dozen years before I found out.
So
I found out that I had two half brothers, one who died of cancer, and both of them were 4 and 8 years younger than me. So basically, my mother who put me up for adopt, she was obviously an unwed mother, moved from West Virginia to nursing school in Ohio to San Francisco. In the 50s, it wasn't cool, especially if you're from the Midwest, getting knocked up. So puts me up for adoption, moves to Bakersfield or Mendocino or the middle, California, middle of California.
Maz,
4 years later, remarries, has other kids. I know my aunt now, my birth aunt.
Maz, just to narrow it down, that video you made all those years ago that I remember going out with your half brother. So did you make the first contact, or was it vice versa to get back in touch?
I try to shorten this through Ancestor DNA. Someone gave me a gift thing and I got on there, and then I'm tooling around a little bit, not seriously like Rachel. And then I saw, one person is, you have first degree, second degree, whatever they call it, Rachel. I don't know. There was one person that was very close and it just said SL, no name, just initials. I said, hey, look, I don't know whom I was adopted. I don't know. Here's my deal. We apparently were close blood. I never heard from this person. Maybe a year later, all of a sudden I get this inbox from someone else, this guy named Alan. And he goes, I tried to inbox you on Facebook. And I remember, I don't go on Facebook in terms of messengers very often at all. So I never responded. I was on the road. And he had responded through Ancestry. And I finally went to him and he goes, and we were like second, the next degree or whatever. And I said, well, to be honest with you, I don't know. I was adopted, and that's it. And literally, and I wrote back and I said, I'm from San Francisco, and I didn't say the year, all the details. And then, like literally an hour later, I get an inbox from that first SL I reached out to a year earlier. It said, hey, if you were born in San Francisco in August or September 1954, and you were born at St. Mary's Hospital, which I was, I know exactly who you are. You're my sister's son. And here's my number if you want to talk. And I was shaking when I saw that. And the guy, Alan, turns out to be my half brother. Her aunt, they lived up in Eureka, California. She was my mother's sister. And she was 13 when my mother was 21 when I was born. And in those days, they went to visit her in San Francisco and saw she was pregnant, but she goes, I'm not pregnant. She ignored it. And then they meet a year later and she's not pregnant, no kid. And all these years, my aunt, the younger one, kept asking every once in a while my mother, what happened to that child? And she said, I don't want to talk about it, ignored it. And that was it. And then she dies. And so she knew that her sister had a baby, an unwed baby.
So, but with that meetup then, when you were actually face to face and you were going to meet for the first time, what was it like meeting face to face?
Well, first of all, my aunt, we talked on the phone a couple of times. They said, come and visit. And they're, Eureka, 5-6 hours on the coast of Northern California. And she said, you could stay with us, but they could have been serial killers. I could have been a so I got a motel, and then Alan, who's my half brother, came and picked me up, and he's a big guy, bald guy, goatee, glasses. I actually gave him a fedora. I gifted him a hat.
Oh, how cool is that? Yeah.
And so there's a picture of us. And when my son, Joseph, first saw that picture, he says, oh my God, it's Thick Norman. Because he
looks like you, but he's a bigger guy.
He's 8 years younger than me, but he's a big guy, rides motorcycles also. Really sweetheart, Alan. And
nice.
It was really emotional. We went to my aunt's for dinner, and it was very emotional, and it was beautiful.
Did you, other than the fact that you actually got on, but did you actually feel like a kinship, like instinctively when you met, or did you have to work on it?
I felt a kinship, but I didn't, there was a weird thing a little bit like, now I feel this obligation because now that my family, like I have friends that I've known for half a century that I'm close to. So all of a sudden they're related to me. Do I have to, I thought
I have to get you a Christmas present?
Yeah. But then I went again the following August to visit them, and it happened to be my birthday weekend. And they brought out a cake and they brought this whole thing. They made me dinner at her house. And I just lost it. It was
wow, man.
And my aunt is great. And the thing is, my aunt and her husband used to own this bar in the Tenderloin in San Francisco back in the 80s. And I used to go to that place when we used to go to punk shows. And so it's so weird that it was near the police station. So a lot of cops would hang out there, and a lot of, artsy.
It's great. People, It's great that your aunt actually ladies and gentlemen, Mazzy's aunt, she didn't look out. She's older, so she didn't do her own test. That's why she's SL on it. Or somebody else in the family went and did the test for her. And so to protect her anonymity to some extent, she just appears as an SL. But then Alan also
Sandy Lambo is her name.
These are massive DNA matches for Mazzy. So she matches 2,000 plus. And then Alan, his half brother, is like 1,600. So those kind of matches, 40, if you caught something like that, we would know exactly. And unfortunately for Mazzy, these close matches occurred on the mother's side. The father's side, the closest we could get is second cousin level.
Raji, in this case,
what the story is.
Raji, in this case, thick means big. He's fat. He's large.
Not dumb.
And Joe's got it. My son Joseph has a sense of humor. He wasn't doing to disparage. Let me show you this picture if I can find it.
It's just thick cousin, uncle.
No,
that's Joseph's uncle.
We share the same mother. That's it. Different fathers.
His half uncle. Mazzy should write a book.
Yeah.
VU, it is true that Mazzy's aunt is in fact Nancy Pelosi.
No, but I was at a wedding with
Diane Feinstein was Massey's connection. He was engaged to Feinstein's niece.
I wasn't engaged to her. I dated Diane's
You
daughter.
dated her. You are high up in the Democrat.
She was mayor then.
Andy, this is pretty emotional stuff. Okay? Settle down. I know what it's like in the Philippines, but I'm telling you, here in America, we care about family. For the love of God.
Let me just find this before we go.
Find this before we go. There's a very sentimental episode. She used to be anonymous. Poor Massey doxed her.
Who?
Your aunt.
Oh, no, she's great.
Massey, your mom was Orthodox, Roberto wants to know.
My mother was
Orthodox Jew. No, the Jew part comes from
my birth. And this is a question I asked when I first talked on the phone when I found this out. Yeah. My mother's name, it sounds like a stripper or a Native American. You know, her name was Martha Morningstar.
Morningstar,
And I asked him, I said, because I remember when I found out, I didn't find out that my mother adopted me until I was like 33 or 34. Because in the 50s, you didn't tell kids. And so when I first asked, I said, am I Jewish? And my mother and my grandmother, who I grew up with, kept saying, yeah, they wanted to make sure they adopted a Jewish baby from a Jewish mother.
Yeah, you had to have that.
Well, it turns out that was bullshit because my mother wasn't Jewish. So I don't know if I don't think my parents would lie to me. I think they were given a bill of sale.
But the DNA doesn't lie. Massey really is quarter Jewish, right? Genetically,
so it turns out my father was half Jewish, I guess.
Yeah, his like one of his parents would have been full Jewish. But you come out of that Eastern European bloc. This is the whole thing where you related to the people when I did your work. And 4D, we're not done working on you. Both you guys, nothing makes me happier than find out connections and things. I just found out that my biological father, I got a high match right after my immediate close family. I got a new DNA match. And this kid turns out to be my half great grandnephew. So what this means, I have yet another half sibling that had a kid who had a kid. And this kid's DNA is so high that right after my immediate half siblings, this kid shows up as my next closest match, this young man, 17 years old.
You said, I keep forgetting, but you said there's a certain DNA percentage below which you can just forget about it because it's nominal.
Because the variables become too random. So it could be a cousin, and you need about second cousin. If you're dealing with second cousin, we got a good chance, and we got that for you, 40. We got good shots for you.
Okay.
The trick is that you need, especially depending where you are, America is probably the easiest place to find somebody because everything's really documented there. England's not bad. It's a lot better than Europe, but again, it's not perfect. Canada is good if you're Catholic because the Catholic Church is so good with their records, particularly if you're going back a ways in time. But with this kid, we know where the action is. We know what happened. But basically, my biological father got together with yet another female and had a son or a daughter. We don't know. And they, in turn, had a son that gave birth to this young man. So we're working on that on my own case right now.
It's like two VC people, and then they found out they were at the same concert 30 years ago, and they just burst into tears straight away.
It happened. So the community comes.
Vinyl Richie and I, we found out we figured we were at the same concert to see Led Zeppelin in San Francisco, but actually it turns out my half brother and I both were at Winterland in 1978 at Bruce Springsteen concert.
Yeah, that is wild. My sister worked at a Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada. It's like a drugstore, like a Rexall drugs kind of idea. And so she worked there in a little neighborhood of a little provincial outpost called Oak Bay, municipality of Victoria proper, kind of our Salford. And so I could have met my sister and dealt business with her because we went in there all the time when she was actually employed there. And I could have seen her, and I never would have had a clue that was my own half sister working in there. Just kind of crazy. Because I'm the only Indian one in the family. Everybody else is a white person, so I'm the only one mixed race. Very primitive, as you know. You go, and of course, Forty follows that on me. watching very carefully my indigenous orientation towards grub eating. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a hell of a program today. Mazzy, final thoughts for your fan base there. Please, everybody, go watch Joe Mayo and Matthew Street. And Marty, if you're going, everybody tune in on Marty. Pick your heavenly desserts, because both channels are great. Joe Mayo, Marty in Oregon, we love them both. But Maz, parting thoughts for the McCartney fans.
I was trying to find this picture of.
He's trying to find that's his final thought.
It's not easily accessible.
It's not happening. He's got too much going on. And 40, what about you? What's happening for you? Are you happy? Parting words for the audience?
I'm still waiting for a deeper discussion on Dungeon Lane, and so I'm going to have to just hang around until people have had a few more listens to it. And you listen to it, yeah. Just
I'll
to see if we
listen to
can,
it, and then I will make a point of giving you my thoughts on the album.
Yeah, so we can dig a bit deeper.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. This isn't the good one, because this one he's not wearing a hat.
Okay.
This is from his thing. I couldn't find mine. He's not wearing a hat.
There's a good chance I could get
There's a picture I have where he's wearing the fedora. This is the first time we met.
Look at that. So he's a heftier version of Norman.
He's thick Norman, basically.
Oh, now, Maz, are you having a white wine there?
Yeah, doesn't it look like? I guess it wasn't the first time. Yeah, because I just think I was
Hold
just
it up for
driving.
longer, Maz. Hold it up for longer so I can look at the similarities. If I
Okay,
can.
we're going to 40.
I wish I had the hat. Can we have, when he wears a fedora?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Vinyl Piper.
Let me see if there's another one real quick before I.
Time becoming a factor. What a show we've had, Norman. Incredible. We're going to find his daddy next week, folks. We're going to help both these boys find, one needs a grandpappy and one needs a daddy. We're going to help you kids find your loved ones. Mazzy, very touching and beautiful story of being reunited with your biological, at least portion of your very complex and wonderful history, genetic history. It's wonderful. But there he is, Norman Maslov, absolute legend. I love him. My cousin, so proud. And 4D, we love you. I'm trying to work hard to get you related to me as well. Go buy an album, Vinyl Community. Thanks for the show. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe and all that stuff. Let's get Rachel to 600 subscribers or something.